with you once again here. Let's take a look at all of the games we've got out there for you this evening on our schedule for this week. We've got Garnet Valley at Penncrest. They just kicked off, so we'll get you out there in just a few moments. Wyomissing at Trinity. We've got William Penn out of Delaware at Penwood. Salle at Bishop McDevitt. Pennsbury at Council Rock South. And then Downingtown West at Neshaminy. Now let's get you out to the Garnet Valley Penncrest game. They just kicked off. Garnet Valley has the ball after a big win over Ridley last week. Let's see if they can keep it rolling this week.
At your bottom of your screen, Carroll goes in motion. Toss goes to Leraris, left end. He gets the edge. He gets a block. Enough for the first down. Tackled after a gain of about 5, but enough to pick up the first down. Jags will move the chains and now have a 1st and 10 at the Penncrest 44. You can see Carroll, good block right there. That motion man on the slot back, Nolan Carroll gets a block right on the edge. Enough contact to let Leraris get that edge. Devono to the top of your screen. Lopez to the bottom. Carroll in motion. Give goes to Dean Kohler, the second back through. Short gain of about 4. Bring up a 2nd and 6.
As we talk about it every week, ground game, just set up the passing game. A couple big plays on that toss last week by Ronnie Leraris.
Hey, what do you have, 15 carries for 229 yards, 5 touchdowns? That was quite a day. Oh, the hard count by O'Donohue. Jags get the Lions to jump, puts them in a 2nd and 1 now. And you just mentioned the run to set up the pass. You hear it said all the time that 2nd and short is a offensive coordinator's dream for trying to throw the ball downfield, knowing that you've got another play on 3rd down to pick up the 1 yard. We'll see. Lopez and Leraris split to the bottom of your screen with Carroll. Trips. Kohler, the single setback play action. O'Donohue throws downfield. He has Lopez. Caught! Touchdown, Garnet Valley. Kai Lopez. Oh, that's exactly what we were talking about, buddy.
Yeah, same start as last week. It's a great pitch and catch.
Yeah, and Penncrest reads it. They have double coverage, I think.
Yeah, he just leads them in the right spot. And Kai, Kai's definitely a speedster too, and puts that ball in a perfect spot where only Kai can get it, and Jags go up quick. 6-0 with the extra point penalty.
Downey to snap, Carroll to hold, Lopez, the touchdown scorer, to kick. Snap is good, kick is good. Jags take the 7-0 lead with 9 minutes and 56 seconds left. So the 55-yard drive took just 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Most of the yardage picked up on that long touchdown pass between O'Donohue and Lopez. And now Lopez gets rewarded for all that hard work by going back out on the field to kick off.
And yeah, you said it. It just, the run sort of brings those defensive backs up a little bit more. And you see there that, you're sort of run play action and Kai gets behind the defense and easy pitch and catch by Luke O'Donohue, junior quarterback.
Yeah, the junior signal caller, we mentioned it last week for those that were tuned in. His first start last week for the Jags with the first week 1 starter, Tyler Lassick, out dealing with a lower body injury. Should be back in the coming week. So O'Donohue still the man under center for now. Lopez set to kick off, left to right. Ball's teed up on the right hash. He kicks deep, straight down the hash. It's number 14, Parachetti, back deep, fields it at his own 7. Comes right up the hash, gets tripped up. Nice tackle, I think, made by number 18, Brandon McConnell. First man down. See if we can see it on the replay here. Good kick by Lopez inside the 10. Parachetti received it outside in between the hash and the numbers and had a lane, but looks like McConnell was able to just get enough to trip him up, and then Pursuit was able to get him down. So the Lions will take over on their first possession right at their own 25-yard line, ball on the left hash. Penncrest in the double tight. Tozy hands inside to number 2, Matt Ferry. Gain of about 7 or 8. Looks like 7, so he'll bring up a 2nd and 3. Jaguar defense up front on the interior line. Dylan Morano, Dylan Bledsoe, and Max D'Antonio. Or not.
Massimo Ivorone in there at right tackle.
Give inside again goes to Ferry. And that D-line for Garnet Valley, Tanner Daughtert, Dylan Bledsoe, Massimo Ivorone. Outside linebackers, Luke Vaughn, Drew Keaveney. Inside linebackers, Chase Britton and Nick Romanello. Dean Kohler and Kai Lopez at corner. It's actually Lareris at the one corner, and Carroll and Minjoni at safety. Handoff goes to Malley this time. Nowhere to go. Actually loss of about a half a yard. They'll mark him just shy of the 35. So loss of about a half a yard will bring up 2nd and 10.5.
It looks like they get their feet caught up there on the exchange and see Tazi go down in the backfield and sort of slowed down the running back.
Number 15, Frank Long, on the field at outside linebacker now. Tozy keeps it himself inside, gain of about 3. So bring up 3rd and 7 for the Lions.
It seemed like somebody turned the temperature down here a little bit. Feels good here now. A little breeze blowing through the Bach.
Wind split to the top of your screen. Tozy keeps himself again smothered by both Vaughn and Bledsoe. Read it the whole way. Will bring up a 4th and long, 6.5, maybe 7, and it looks like the Lions will punt.
Yeah, Dylan Bledsoe does a really nice job there getting off the block of the center. Moves his feet, shuffles his feet, and makes a great play on a quick quarterback, Nico Tazi.
Garnet Valley kept their defense on the field, just unsure that the Lions would be in punt formation, but they are. So back deep, standing at their own 30, Ronnie Lareris and Nolan Carroll. The punt by number 9, Zach Mullen. Low line drive punt, goes right up their right hash mark, but the Jaguars do not return it and will take over at their own 36-yard line.
Yeah, there you see the Lions. Got a good bounce there. All landed at about the 45 and got a nice end over end roll deeper into their own territory there. Get the Jags started at their own 36-yard line. Second offensive possession here.
The Jags take over again just outside their own 35, about the 35.5. Lions were missing a player on day. They only had 10 men on the field. Number 19, Colby Poole, checks in. Give to Lareris. He gets outside, gain of about 7, maybe 8. Brings up a 2nd and 2.
Again, we talked about it earlier, just a play that really worked last week, as we see player down for Garnet Valley, number 78, Max D'Antonio.
Yeah, D'Antonio's slow to get up. He was stretching one leg and stretching another, and he's on one knee. The trainers are out to see him. Garnet Valley's extraordinary training staff of Brandon and Hillary. Brandon Herr's out there now checking on D'Antonio, as is head coach Eric Van Wyk. So there'll be an official timeout. Both teams go to the numbers to meet with their respective coaches. To give us an opportunity to thank our touchdown sponsor on that Jaguar touchdown to start the scoring tonight again.
During the injury timeout, as we wait for our other games to get going here, roughly around 7 o'clock, we're going to step aside for a brief moment. We'll be back with you, heading back out to Garnet Valley in just a moment.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Eldion Padulary in Feasterville, Trevose today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
When disaster strikes, we restore order and your peace of mind. Roberts & Gamble, your #1 source for storm damage cleanup and property restoration. Licensed and fully insured, serving central New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania since 2010.
Lopez split to the top. Kohler and Lararis, your backs in the backfield. Give goes to the second back again. Kohler, this time he's tripped up by number 66. Kaufman for the Lions. He's in on that tackle. He tripped him up in the backfield, actually, and Kohler was able to kind of stumble forward for a gain of about 2. Must be cheerleader night at the Penncrest home game tonight. No less than 150 little cheerleaders on the field helping the high school cheerleaders. O'Donohue pitches to Kohler. Wow, Penncrest read that really well. Number 7, Albert Dada, came up right away. You can see they string it out. Garnet Valley tries to get outside on the edge. They string it out. Dada just makes no miss, and then Kaufman's there to help clean it up. So now brings up, the loss of a couple yards brings up one of their 2nd and 8. Now they're back to 3rd and 12.
Yeah, it was just a decision with 3 defenders on them that don't give up too much.
Zavono and Lopez split the bottom of your screen. Screen, Lopez stumbles. They had screen set up. Lopez just lost his footing, and O'Donohue's pass, fortunately for the Jags, bounced errantly. Problem with running an underneath screen if your back gets picked up a little bit or gets picked off. So the Jags stay in offensive formation, but they have quick kicked a handful of times. Wynn does drop back, number 11, Asher Wynn, so they do quick kick it. Ball bounces. Takes a Garnet Valley bounce on the high short kick. And the ball rolls inside the 15-yard line, eventually being downed at the 14, so it pays off for the Jags. So the Lions will take over on their second possession with 4:06 left from their own 14-yard line.
Yeah, I think that's 3 weeks in a row that we've really seen the quick kick by the Garnet Valley quarterback, and each time it scares me a little bit more because it gets right up in the back of the center or an offensive lineman.
The quarterback certainly doesn't have a whole lot of time to get his feet set and punt it, that's for sure. So 14, Paraschetti set to the top of your screen. Ferry and Malley, the backs. Give goes to Ferry. Gain of about 4. Bring up 2nd and 6. Ball marked about the 19, so 2nd and 5.
Substitutions all across the defensive line here. Warmer night like tonight, you want to make sure that getting those substitutions in.
Dean Kohler and Chase Wilt now the cornerbacks. Carroll and Mingione still the the safeties, with Britton and Romanello inside at linebacker. Give goes to Ferry again, number 2, Matt Ferry. Another hard, strong run inside, gain of about 6, enough for the first down. Ball up now at their 25-yard line.
Number 25, Kyle Cunningham, checking into the game, bringing the play in to Nico Taz.
Number 68, Reese Miser on the field now for the Jags. Give goes inside to Ferry again. He got contact right away at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to keep his feet and find a hole up inside, and another gain of 5.
Yeah, again, 2 mirror offenses. Just hard to stop. There's so many options out of the formation there.
Double tight give goes to Ferry. Again, Tazi hands off inside. This time, short gain of about 2. So the ball's out to the 32-yard line. Will bring up a 3rd and 3 for Penncrest. They go double tight. Tazi under center. Win the slot back with Ferry and Malley in the backfield. Give goes to the first back. Ferry, he's got nowhere to go this time. Gain of nothing. In fact, lost about a half a yard, so he'll bring up now 4th and 3. See what the Lions do here. Coach Graham, decision to make with 1:40 and counting here left in the first quarter. Tazi takes the play call, so see here if they try and draw the Jags off sides with a hard count, or if they have a play call that they like to pick up 3. They do snap the ball. Bad exchange. Looks like Tazi was trying to get his hands free. I don't know whether he was trying to pull the ball or it was just the mesh between running back and quarterback wasn't quite clean, and you can see Tazi can't quite get his hands out of there. And wow, Luke Vaughn, number 21, just blows that play up inside. Even if it's a clean exchange, I don't know that Ferry's got anywhere to go. So the Jags take over on downs. That defensive stop for the Jags on downs here in the first quarter is another GV class of 1985 Joseph Albany Jr. Memorial defensive stop. All turnovers and big defensive possessions. Jags were confused on personnel there. They had 10 and then 12, and Lopez was in and out, and Carroll, so the Coach Van Wyk with the play clock winding down rather than taking the 5-yard penalty with such good field position, opted to use their first timeout.
Can't take them with you to halftime, so no, you don't want to burn them this early, but good timeout there by Coach Van Wyk.
We mentioned our 2 game sponsors, the Hendrickson family with Garnet Auto Group with Garnet Ford and Garnet VW right there in Chadds Ford near Painters Crossing on 202, as well as Chris Thorpe and Aubrey Hendrickson from Size Up Sneakers located in the Old Ridge Village shops. Size Up Sneakers offering back-to-school deals on a variety of exclusive sneakers and streetwear, open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 6.
A lot of Hendricksons on the game sponsorship tonight.
There are. They're a super supportive family for Jaguars football and Jaguars athletics, so we'd like to thank them all. So the Jags now take over 1st and 10, ball on the 30. Devono split wide to the bottom of your screen. Carroll and Lopez up top. O'Donohue drops, throws just out of the reach of number 20, Nolan Carroll, the slot back. So incompletion stops the clock, but it will bring up 2nd and 10.
Definitely don't dislike the throw by O'Donohue there. He just let it. Only Nolan was going to catch that ball. Did a great job there of sort of not trying to fit it into a tight space, but get it up there and let Nolan run under it. And just a little bit out of the reach of Nolan.
Devono checks out, so they got trips left. Carroll, Kohler, and Lopez. Larreris, the single setback. O'Donohue ran option, but lost his footing, much like Lopez did on that screen they ran. You can see here they have the trips to the top of your screen, trying to get leverage on the outside on numbers, and O'Donohue goes to cut it back up. He had a lane, just lost his footing. Feet went out from underneath him, and now the no gain after this excellent field position puts the Jaguars in a 3rd and 10, but you would certainly think they're going to use both downs here, 3rd and 4th, to pick up the 10 yards if they need to do so. Toss to O'Donohue, who gets hammered in the backfield just as he tossed it by number 19, Colby Poole. He came through like a rocket on the inside, but O'Donohue was able to get rid of the ball before getting hit. Wow. Missed assignment there, and Loreris did well to just handle that pitch and brings up a 4th and 6 now from the 26-yard line, and Garnet Valley will let the first quarter clock expire and talk it over before we switch ends. Buddy, it's the official's favorite thing. They got to go from 26 to 26. What's that? 24, 14. I don't know how far it is. 24 and 24. It's at 48, right? They got to walk along 48 yards to the other end of the field anyway.
It's a long walk, put it that way.
I keep saying we need a calculator, but I do forget that we have these.
As they get set for the second quarter out there in Garnet Valley, Pennsbury, let's get you out to LaSalle McDevitt as they've gotten underway. Let's get you out there.
But that is the danger when you got a Kentucky commit throwing to an Alabama commit. You got to make sure you have coverage over the top. LaSalle pretty well defended.
Yeah, that was definitely very good coverage by LaSalle. You know, they're going to try and throw it deep. You know, Stone Saunders has the arm talent to make throws that far down the field. And, you know, Rigo Scott has the speed. So, you know, they're going to have to make plays deep and see what they can do and not get burnt.
A high snap is handled and punted off the side of the foot. This will take a decent hop, but great starting field position for LaSalle. It'll be just outside the 40-yard line, and that's where we'll meet this Gavin Sidwar-led offense for the Explorers.
LaSalle College will have the ball first and 10 at the McDevitt 42.
The expected starters for LaSalle up front: Lucas Donahue, Tiernan McNichol, Andrew Brennan. Left guard, tackle guard, and center, respectively, with Matt Thiel and Chris Selecki doing a really nice job on the right-hand side of the line. That's a brand-new right-hand side of the line, but 5 seniors going across the front, with Gavin Sidwar, the sophomore 6'3" starter. J.P. Oates, Julian McFadden, James Dolan, and Joey O'Brien will get the majority of the catches at the wide receiver position. In fact, this is Dolan in motion, and the handoff is to the senior bell cow running back, Stevie Davis, up the gut for 1. Robert Riley will play tight end today. George Higgins will get a few snaps as well. When they go with the fullback, LaSalle will throw John McSorley, the do-it-all guy, along with Gavin Muller, out there on the field. And when Stevie Davis needs a blow, Des Ortiz and freshman Azir Nelson will get snaps. First quarter action just a few minutes in if you are joining us near the top of the hour. The game started a little bit early today. Here's a one-on-one matchup on the outside. Julian McFadden couldn't make the play. That's really good coverage on the outside.
Yeah, that was excellent coverage by Bishop McDevitt. A really good throw by Sidwar, though, and, you know, he got it to his receiver. Just excellent coverage, you know, didn't allow the play to happen.
And let's meet that defensive secondary for Bishop McDevitt. Starting there is Leon Parson, number 21, with a great breakup. Jair Rollison has been a big part of things the last 3 years. 2 state championship appearances, 1 winner. Chase Regan and Nevin Hopkins, 2 seniors in the secondary. Sidwar, he runs out of time, but able to elude and make the play. J.P. Oates has a first down. I'm looking for a flag here on the left-hand side of the line. Nothing thrown. Fortunate there for LaSalle. Selecki got a pretty good piece of Lucas Lawler, the junior.
Brought down by Jaden Garnes, first and 10 at the 30.
And I think this partisan Bishop McDevitt crowd would agree. 9:02 to play. First down of the game by either side. Sidwar. He'll fire it again. Has McFadden over the top. And McFadden brought it down inside the 5. Well, you see the matchup they want to attack. It's Leon Parson on the outside. Made a great play the first time, AJ. But that time, McFadden had the step and a better throw.
Yeah, Sidwar went right back to McFadden on that right sideline. And, you know, this puts the Explorers, you know, first and goal. We'll see what they do. But they, you know, I think they're going to keep attacking that matchup all game.
Front 7 for Bishop McDevitt, trying to get a stop here inside the red zone. They have him spotted at the 3. Davis makes one miss, gets into the end zone. Touchdown. LaSalle on the board first.
Yeah, that was a great first possession by the Explorers. That, it really started with great field position, getting that sack on the first play, kind of pinning them back, and then, the punt that got them to, their own 40. That was really, really good offense by the Explorers.
Stevie Davis will take the extra point attempt. We saw Chris Heck kick off and take some of the extra points against North Penn in week number 1. In the lone extra point appearance against Malvern Prep, it was Stevie Davis, and this looks to be, for the time being, his role. Pumps it through, 7-0 LaSalle.
8:21 to play in the first quarter.
And already a much better start than this LaSalle team had at this time last year when they were hosting Bishop McDevitt in early September.
Yeah, that was, not a great game from the Explorers last year, so they're trying to, bring it back, make it a competitive game this year, and I think they're really on the right foot doing so far, getting out to a 7-0 lead early on in this first quarter.
And Heck will kick this one away. Rico Scott and Chase Regan back deep to receive.
Number 4 Regan, number 6 Scott back deep.
The Crusaders of Bishop McDevitt, a proud program, a fantastic team in the 4A. And they kept it away from Rico Scott. They're going to give up decent field position, though, will they?
After that LaSalle touchdown, we're going to take you back out to Garnet Valley. Penncrest. Penncrest has the ball around midfield. Let's see if they can convert on the drive.
Number 21, Luke Vaughn, as he tried to pitch the ball to the running back. I think he was trying to pitch the ball to Malley. You can see Tazi run speed option. And it is Luke Vaughn. He just gets a hand on the pitch, and Tazi lucky to get back and recover the ball. And now the ball's on the 10-yard line, which is a 2nd and 34 yards to go to pick up the first down. Just a really good athletic play by junior Luke Vaughn, the outside linebacker. Sort of a stand-up D-end outside linebacker hybrid that's so common in today's game. Long and Vaughn outside. Give goes inside on the counter. To number 11. That's Asher Wynn. Not much doing there. Gain of about 3, so it brings up 3rd and 31. There aren't too many offensive coordinators that have a 3rd and 31 in the playbook, Coach.
No. The only one I know a little bit different now was a 4th and 26. It's a couple of years back, I think.
Red X.
Local team here executed that.
Even if he only did pick up 25, but whatever. We'll take it. All right, so 3rd and 31
Touchdown.
Now.
Just like that. One more look, and you get a defensive back in the open field. You trust your athlete to make a play.
Yeah, that was a great play call from Bishop McDevitt. Just second down, just throwing it short to Rico Scott and letting him make a play. You can see why. He'll be going down to Tuscaloosa to play for Nick Saban. That was just a very, very impressive play and a great way to retaliate against the Explorers and get on the board here.
Hello, shootout. 7:26 left in the first quarter, and LaSalle's going to keep the 1-point lead. 6:59 p.m. here in the East, AJ. Folks expecting to see kickoff now again. If you are just joining us, there are potential storms in the forecast, so they made the decision about a half hour before the game started to move the time up 15 minutes. So we started at 6:45, and before you blink, it's 7-6 LaSalle. This portion of today's game is brought to you by Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. They are our favorite LaSalle realtors, and they help my wife and me to buy our dream home. If you are looking to buy or sell your house, it's an interesting market. High interest rates, high demand, low supply. Hey, maybe that's good.
After that McDevitt touchdown to tie things up on the long run, we're going to get you out to Council Rock South, Pennsbury for the start of their game. Enjoy.
Intended out there for Brian Rabidin.
That pass looked just a little too overthrown If he had that, it could have been trouble for the Falcons.
Dang it, I'm upset with myself, Chris. I always have my binoculars, and I don't have my binoculars, and we have a clear view, too.
Well, fortunately, we're a little bit closer to the action here in Newtown. It was great to be in Bristol Township at Harry S. Truman High School for the first Pennsbury home games, but we're a little bit closer to the action, more on top of things.
Yeah, and talk about the action. A big third down here by this Council Rock South offense. 3rd
and 10, and Ennis will look to throw. The pocket breaks down, and he steps out of the pocket, weaving through traffic, and is going to get brought down. That was Darius Simmons who got him by the ankles and brought down Ennis a few yards short of the Golden Hawks' first down. But now it's decision time for Coach Sedlick. 4th and 3, and it looks like he's going to opt to kick it.
DCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green.
Back deep
here. I played on the 1993 National League champs.
And the punter for the Golden Hawks is quarterback Chase Ennis. So sometimes that can make things a little more interesting, open up some potential fake punts like we saw last night Detroit pull on the Chiefs.
Oh, you see my Michigan boy ball out on defense? He didn't get a sack, but he was there every time.
It's a great game last night.
Ennis with a good end-over-end kick comes down at the 21 and takes a Golden Hawk roll across the 15 and eventually will roll out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
Absolutely beautiful.
Golden Hawks bury the Falcons deep in their own end. Pennsbury takes over 1st and 10 at their own 12. And Todd Saylor, attorney at law, offers knowledge, experience, results for those injured. 20 years of experience helping people in our community injured from auto collisions, slips and falls, medical negligence, product defense.
After that punt, we're going to get you out to Wyomissing versus Trinity. They just kicked off. Trinity has the ball. Let's get you out there.
Pass, I beg your pardon. Well, I thought it went backwards, and I really thought that could have been a backwards pass and a lateral, but apparently not. So an incomplete pass. They catch a little bit of a break there because that was some confusion to begin. Mickens is in motion, and they fake the jet sweep, and then Wyo gets in there, and you can hear these Wyomissing fans around the Wyomissing side of the field, and hustling in for the tackle is the sophomore linebacker Chase Eisenhower. Younger brother of Drew Eisenhower, who was very good for Wyomissing last year at almost 1,000 yards. Son of Chad Eisenhower, who was inducted into the Wyomissing Football Hall of Fame in 2013. And so that was a loss of 3. And it's 3rd and 13 for Trinity. And here's the pitch, and Mickens touches the ball again, and now he's turning the corner. And here he goes, and down the sideline to the 50-yard line. A gain of about 21 for Messiah Mickens.
1st and 10.
He is fast, but he is also thick. He put on muscle over the summer. He is still only 15 years old, averaging 14.5 yards per carry. And there on 3rd and 14 or so, they gave it to him, and he got about 21 and up to the 45-yard line for a Trinity first down. If he gets into your secondary, he's gone. There's very little hope that you're actually going to catch him. Man in motion, shotgun formation again, handoff Mickens this time, powers it right up the middle, and it's a gain of 5 for Messiah Mickens. 240 yards last week and 4 touchdowns.
Jeremiah Diaz, gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
And Mickens, a big game last week. Going to Penn State, at least he's committed, but offered by Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan State with almost 1,000 yards as a freshman. He was terrific. Last year, Wyomissing defeated Trinity 35-14. That was really not even that close. It was 35-0 before Trinity scored twice in the 4th quarter, including Mickens on a 4-yard touchdown run as he spins his way into the Wyomissing secondary, and a gain of about 8 on his 3rd carry of the game. So Mickens with 34 yards on 3 carries already. And they're across midfield and into Wyomissing territory to the 44-yard line. See number 77, Jordan Gwynn, 255 pounds for Wyomissing. Max Tipton is 6'2" and 285 pounds. Caleb Brewer also gets plenty of reps as nose guard on the defensive side of the ball. Be a battle in the trenches here today. Michael Johnson was number 2 in motion. Give to Mickens. They got there to him and smack him down. It's a big tackle there for big Max Tipton.
Max Tipton.
And really no gain for Messiah Mickens on the play.
2nd and 10.
Jordan Hill approached Wyomissing a couple years ago about starting a head-to-head series. And Bob Wolfram said, yes, absolutely. These are the kind of matchups we're looking for. They didn't know at that time that Trinity would become this kind of a quality program.
Tight end spot. Jaguars go heavy. Pitch goes to Lararis. Oh, nowhere to go. Penncrest did a really nice job of stringing that out. Ball gets taken away by number 25 for the Lions. Cunningham, and he will run 95 yards. Jaguars players seemed to think that the play had been blown dead. However, no signal from the officials. Lararis was still running, and they just pulled it free. I mean, forward motion had stopped, but I didn't hear a whistle. And as Lararis was going down, number 25 Cunningham just took the ball out of his hands and raced the other way, and without a whistle or any kind of stoppage of play, that'll be a 95-yard fumble recovery touchdown for the Lions. So talk about a game-changing play. So as the Jaguars were set to score and make it a 2-score game, Penncrest instead is an extra point away from tying the game at 7. Wins kick forthcoming. I think Penncrest had some issues getting the tee in and getting personnel in, and so Coach Paul Graham, rather than backing his extra point team up 5 yards with the delay of game, decided to use their foot.
A 26-yard touchdown strike for the Council Rock South Golden Hawks. And he gets it to Daniel Boss. 6-0, Golden Hawks in front.
That was a beautiful pass from Ennis, right on the money, rolling to his right. He said earlier in the broadcast that he was very good while running out of the pocket. Showed a full display right there.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to really just put it in the breadbasket there of the receiver. Didn't really have too tight of a window as the safety was coming over and the cornerback kind of draped on him, but put it absolutely perfect.
Extra point is good as Frank Rafferty puts it through the uprights, and we come back up the field with the score 7-0. Council Rock South in front of the Pennsbury Falcons in the McCaffrey's Game of the Night, presented by Sterling Limousine and Transportation Services. Yeah, 26-yard touchdown.
That's what Ennis has been doing. That's why he's been so good, and South is off to a great start for the season. This is why they're 2-0. Pennsbury just needs to try and get on the board here, make sure this game doesn't get out of hand too early.
Falcons just got a little bit of a haircut on that first drive, or that second drive of the night for the Golden Hawks. And
after that touchdown for Council Rock South and the crazy strip for a touchdown from Penncrest against Garnet Valley, we're going to take you out to Wyomissing Trinity as Wyomissing's putting together a good drive, trying to get themselves on the board.
On 4th and 2 for Wyomissing with 7:40 remaining in the first quarter between these two top-notch programs who won districts last year. Trinity over Anvil, Cleona, and then West Catholic. And a recovery in the state quarterfinals over Executive Education Academy, their first ever state tournament wins before they eventually bowed out to eventual state champions, Southern Columbia. Here's Mickens, look at that burst of speed. But Wyomissing thinks that they can catch up to him a little bit, and they did. Well, Eisenhower was there, and then it's Macrina and Corey who bring him down. So Messiah Mickens with a gain of 4.
But a really nice return and really nice blocking in front by the Jaguars, and Minjoni was able to catch that ball going back over his head, get himself righted, find that first block, and then he was just off to the races, tracked down behind by number 28, which is a game-saving touchdown by Sean Benson for the Lions. But again, the Jaguars with a short field. Kohler checks out, Vaughn checks in, so the backfield will be Larreris and Vaughn behind O'Donohue, Carroll in the slot. Tight ends, Keaveney and Keaveney and Ollinger. Jags double tight, O'Donohue. Snaps, gives to Vaughn. Big hard run down to the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Number 21. And a big hole on kind of the delayed handoff. The fake pitch that faked him out. And with that kind of change of the rhythm, that opened a huge hole for Messiah Mickens to take it to the house. 86 yards on his 8th touchdown of the season. Wow. And if you haven't seen him before, and I saw him once last year as a freshman, but he was mostly contained, we know that he's a better player now. You just see him on the field. He
slant and is almost intercepted out on the far side of the field. Jordan Barry was the nearest whippet on the play, had the ball in his hands, but a flag on the play.
Personal foul on Downingtown West. That was roughing the passer.
And it will be a roughing the passer on the Whippets, a costly penalty indeed. They are costing themselves huge yardage here on this drive already, Mackay. 3 penalties as Neshaminy continues to march on.
Yeah, you're only helping Neshaminy in this regard right here.
And flags before the snap. And it'll be a false start on Neshaminy's O-line this time.
This time Neshaminy returning the favor.
That's something you cannot do when you get some gifts, especially on a big drive here. 8:21 to go here in the opening quarter from the Ridge. Neshaminy and Downingtown West all knotted up at 7. Baker will give it off to Klee. Klee goes up the middle, taking 3 defenders with him. Still on his feet, and they'll blow the play dead. Klee looked like he got to about the 19-yard line. Getting some of that penalty yards right back.
6 yards on the play.
Second down and 10 for Neshaminy. Baker back to pass, has the man open in double coverage. It's Colin Frederick, and it's incomplete right through his hands. Unbelievable. Connor Frederick had it in his breadbasket, but couldn't come down with it. A tough play, double covered there, but a great throw by Colin Baker.
Yeah, that was some great coverage there too by Downingtown, but there was a slow open for him to make that catch right there. He would have been in the end zone. Would have had a chance to put his team ahead.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 for Neshaminy as they try to get into the end zone or at least get into field goal range for Caden Nicastro. As Baker will be back to pass again. Nice screen pass over to Lavella, in and out of his hands. Had some space to work with if he came down with it. And it will be incomplete and set up a 4th down for Neshaminy as they come up empty here on their second drive tonight.
Caden Nicastro onto the field.
As they'll send the special teams unit, and Caden Nicastro will attempt a field goal.
Being held by Jason Wilmot.
Ball at the 19-yard line. The kick is spotted, and it looks good. Late call there by the officials, but it is good as Nicastro puts Neshaminy up 10-7 now as they get some points out of that drive.
Good job coming away with points on that drive, indeed. You don't want to come away from that possession that you just had, coming away with nothing. I know you more so want the touchdown, but
after that Neshaminy field goal puts them up 10-7. We're going to take you back out to Council Rock where they are driving.
Making sure he fought his way to the first down. Great run there.
And Gus, you talked about his athleticism. Also a tough football player,
yeah.
And Bigley showing a little bit of that toughness, I thought, on that run. Here the give is to Adams, but nice play there as Bryce Parker.
Adams, stopped by number 33, Bryce Parker, 34-yard line. No gain, 2nd, 10.
Parker stops him. I think they're going to say at the loss of 1. 2nd and 11.
Interesting.
One thing with this Pennsbury offense, they don't have a whole lot of players who can take it to the house. So they're working their way down the field against the teams that they've seen in this early part of the season. And here's another drive as Begley fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, comes to the far side of the field across the 30. And another good stop by number 33, Bryce Parker, in there on the stop. And Chase Myers was over there. So up to the 29 now, 3rd and 6.
Got around 20 seconds left, though. I wonder if they're going to be able to get probably only one play off here.
If they even try to. They may allow the remainder of this clock to run down. I think they're going to do that. Well, we'll see as Rocco May.
We're going to take you out to William Penn versus Penwood here, get you into that game as they're getting underway. Enjoy.
As the officials are down by the William Penn sideline. Just making sure that everything is okay.
Looked like they may have declined the penalty. Or maybe the penalty came after the...
Well, yeah, it looked like the penalty was thrown after the kick was already made.
They got 5 extra yards on that.
So 1st and 10 from their own 33, and now another early whistle, and this looks like it's going to be a false start on the offense. So not what you want to see if you're Matt Stable after starting at your own 33, a false start penalty. 5:42 left here in the first quarter, 7-7 ball game. So it's a 5-yard penalty on the false start. Seen a couple of flags already thrown before the snap has been made, so definitely stuff that you want to clean up, especially as you get deeper into the season and once you start conference play.
Absolutely, and it's important to know, to realize, this is still early in the season. 3rd game for Penwood, I believe 2nd game for William Penn.
Yep.
Still early in the season, still September.
There's a run that is smothered up on the
deep
front.
and finding his receivers in stride as they are knocking on the door here. He'll go under center. They'll hand it off up the middle. And it looked to be Miles Burke on the carry, and he goes into the end zone almost untouched. Touchdown Downingtown West, 13-10, they lead it.
With just 3 plays, I believe, right there. So they are working fast, they are working quick, as opposed to Neshaminy kind of, taking their time doing the usual selves and just taking it at a play-by-play.
But trailing by 2 scores in the first quarter. And that never happens. I don't think that has happened since 2019, 2018. Very, very rare. And a geared-up Trinity team. And there's head coach Jordan Hill, who has done just a wonderful job very quickly with this program. His 3rd season as head coach. 2 years ago, his first year here, 0-5 in the Mid-Penn Conference. So it wasn't that good. It wasn't all roses. And then last year, playing some very strong programs. They started at 1-3 before they got it going. They lost an overtime game to Steelton High Spire.
Will be kicking off from the
and then they just
because Penwood is looking for the run, and then they just don't have enough guys in the backfield to be able to find their receivers. We talked about that they know coming into the game that this is a team that's going to run the ball a lot, but we've seen them pass the ball 3 times after they did it just 5 times in their Week 1 win.
It must have been something in the film that they saw they may be able to take advantage of.
So here is a running play, breaking a tackle on a spin move and finding the end zone for a William Penn touchdown. And William Penn has their first lead of the night.
That was one you got to wrap up on that tackle there. That was able to bounce off that first point of contact, able to get into the end zone. But on that, as a defender, you got to wrap up. You got to hold them up. And that's what I was talking about, getting to the ball carrier as a gang tackle, because these guys are elusive. They can bounce off a tackler. So they have to come together as a team and really gang tackle these guys and bring them down.
So after an electric start here at the brand new Kerr Field as the extra point.
Saunders now surveys his options, changes the call at the line. And a little rub route. Rico Scott touchdown. They got a linebacker and a safety in Wakefield mixed up there. What a heck of a job. Rico Scott rolls that way. The rub comes across the middle of the field. Very little chance for LaSalle to defend.
This time, right up the gut, the handoff is good for a couple of yards. Falcons look like they're down to the 8. Time again. Bright getting the chance with the football.
I think that was a 3-yard gain, yep. And that's not a bad gain. Pennsbury's going to take that all day because if you do that on first down, it makes second down easier. Maybe you do another play like that. It makes it 3rd and short, possibly 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3. But you've seen the way this offense is running at so far dynamically. If that's what you want for this Pennsbury offense.
Positive plays. And here the handoff across the 5-yard line again. It's Jaden Bright. And the junior, that's nearly a goal-to-go situation. They need to get it down to the 3.
Yeah, but this might help them because they can get a first down, get a whole another 3 or 4 plays.
And as you were describing, Gus, you pick up 3 yards here, 4 yards there. Opens up the playbook now on 3rd and short. Still an opportunity for the Falcons to get a first down if they can move it inside the 3-yard line. You got Bright and Zerniak in the backfield. And the handoff goes to Bright, but
ahead of them for a block. And Derek Macrina takes it to the house. Wyomissing on the scoreboard with 3:37 left in the first quarter. He's showing some pretty good breakaway speed. I thought maybe Jacob Ness, number 7, was going to catch up to him. It wasn't a big. Keegan Maher is on for the extra point, and it is good. Well, good gracious, we've got a great one to start. A 13-7 lead for the Rocks over the Spartans of Wyomissing with 3:37 to go in the first quarter. Now, we're kind of standing by with bated breath still, because Trinity's offense has not taken the field since Messiah Mickens had that 86-yard touchdown run with 6:47 left in the quarter. But Mickens hobbled off the field. And I can't quite find him on the sideline despite my best efforts with...
After that Wyomissing touchdown to make it a 1-score game, we're going to take you out to Neshaminy, Downingtown East. Let's get out there.
To Carter Klee. Klee spun around and tackled, maybe a yard on the play.
On the run out to the left side.
As Neshaminy continues to find a nice balance through this first quarter of their offense. As Baker's taken a couple direct snaps himself, Carter Klee a couple carries, as well as Travis Lavella as well. Baker hands it off to Lavella again. Lavella tries to find a seam, gets inside the 20, and he's tackled down just about the 20-yard line. And it looks like he will have enough for a Neshaminy first down as he keeps the chains moving here.
Jake Thompson with the stop.
First and 10, 3:35 and some change to go here. Lavella on the carry, and maybe a gain of 2 on the play on first down.
On the carry. 2-yard gain on the play.
They'll bring up 2nd and 8 for Neshaminy. They go no huddle again, as Baker almost got a D lineman to move off the edge on the hard count, as he gets a call from the sideline. Baker ready, as Downingtown West was ready for that one. They stacked the box that time, brought the pressure from up the middle, and nowhere to go for Travis Lavella on that carry. They'll bring up 3rd down now.
Yeah, they were ready for that one indeed.
Shoemaker on the tackle.
Baker on third down in the gun. He looks to fire, is caught, and it'll be a first down. Connor Frederick on the reception when you need it. Connor Frederick is there, and a huge first down for the Neshaminy offense as the big junior tight end with the reception to keep the drive alive for Neshaminy.
Last week you said Neshaminy was having a hard time keeping a hold of the ball. So far today they're doing a pretty great job.
As Baker will give it off to Carter Klee. Carter Klee fighting his way up the middle for some extra yardage close to the goal line. And he'll be stopped just short, maybe at the 2-yard line. If that, not much more to go.
The hosts of Whippets work together.
Trying to work quick right here.
As Baker get a man in motion, he'll give it off to Klee again. Klee stumbled at the line of scrimmage. A late flag from the back judge came out.
There is a flag on the play.
We'll see where this was ending up. Baker thinks it was on Downingtown.
I would think so, just because the player was still running off the field.
On the defense.
And 12 men on the field for the Whippets. Couldn't get off fast enough. Another self-inflicting wound for them. That's their 6th penalty of the first quarter.
That is that great IQ right there by Neshaminy.
As Baker under center will give it off to Klee. Klee goes into the end zone, spinning untouched. Touchdown, Neshaminy and Carter Klee. And Neshaminy takes the lead back as we go back and forth early from the ridge on the seesaw now.
Ray out of the gun again. The handoff again to Joy. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage and maybe got a couple, but not much.
Down to about the 8, it'll be third down.
3rd and goal from the 8, and this, of course, began as 1st and goal from the 2. There was another penalty on the play.
Personal foul against the Shamrocks on wow. 15.
Marking off 15 yards. They got it down to the 2, and they're going the wrong way. And all the way back to the 22-yard line. And I think 2nd and goal. Now the Shane has it as 3rd and goal. So they might have had the personal foul after the play. And so now they get 3rd and goal from the 22. And then out of their timeout and huddle on the sidelines. And again, no Messiah Mickens after his 86-yard touchdown run. He was injured. He went hobbling off the field. He was walking somewhat delicately, albeit on his own power, but certainly a scary moment for the best player for either side. And he's going to air it out for the end zone. Has a receiver. It is caught. It's a touchdown for LeBron Ballard on 3rd and goal from the 22. A terrific pass for Caleb Ray. Dropping it behind the secondary for the senior LeBron Mallard. And it's 19-7 Shamrocks. Look at that pass. And the receiver got in behind the D. Nice play. I mean, that is really nice. Number 9, LeBron Mallard. 22-yard touchdown reception on 3rd and goal from the 22. With 1:18 left, now it's 19-7. And so you think Wyomissing is on the verge of getting a big defensive stand, but it wasn't to be. And can you hear those bugs over here? We're on the Wyomissing side. We're literally hearing crickets on the Wyomissing side of the field. It is a stunned contingent that traveled over from the West Reading area to cheer on their Spartans. All right, that extra point attempt is actually whistled down.
As the Whippets have been airing it out all night on two touchdowns for them. We'll see how they work in the short field. Swing pass to Alex. Alex across the 30 to the 25. Gets a good chunk of yards there. He'll be about 4 yards short of the first down.
Is there. They were looking for a slant, and Simmons picks it off and is going to go 75 yards into the end zone. The second interception for touchdown of the season for the Falcons, but hold on just a moment.
As Hennikel will hand it off the delayed handoff there up the middle. And Neshaminy was ready for that, nowhere to go. And it looked to be Cam Alex on the carry. That was third down, so a 4th and 3. 23 seconds left here in the opening quarter. We'll see if the Whippets try to get this play off.
I would think not. I would believe that they might be just trying to run a hard count here.
And they will get it off. Carry goes up the middle to Alex. Alex in some space, spinning and twirling down inside the 15-yard line. And it'll be enough for a first down. Gutsy call by the Whippets, but they trusted their personnel there as Cam Alex got enough for the first down. And that will end quarter number 1. An exciting quarter to start us off here in week 3 of high school football. Neshaminy in front of this one after 1 quarter play. We'll be back with the second quarter action right after this on the WBCB Sports Network.
That was Mason Lohman. Lohman, he and we mentioned earlier with Jaquez Vicks Reams, they're going to be taking a lot of the carries tonight. Of the 27 carries last week, the 2 of them combined had 14 of them. So more than half of the carries were from those 2 guys, the sophomore tandem.
Yeah, had that nifty little run play before they scored their first touchdown.
Another passing play looking for the end zone, a bit short. And Everett, the freshman, just not able to hit his receiver on the run.
And I'll bring up, I think, second down. I can't see it. Good.
He was looking for Exum again, so Dante Exum looks like he's going to be Everett's man tonight.
Definitely looks like that. Penalty called. See what this is about.
And oh yeah, a very late flag thrown. I'm not even sure if I saw it on the field.
Yeah, me too. But it will be a pass interference call on Penwood. And I'll bring them up to about the 19-yard line.
Yeah, so they move the chains down. But I'm not sure if that was necessarily a flag with the ball being thrown way over the receiver's head. Exum just stopped in the middle of the field as the Colonials run for a gain of about 4.
Yeah, that play definitely should have been deemed uncatchable either way.
Yeah, just out of the reach of Exum. I mean, a good heads-up play. He just stopped, tried to pretended to catch the ball and drew the flag.
I mean, good play. Yeah, that's what you got to do good to get the win.
Yeah, high IQ there from their senior. Is lined up all the way on the far side. Everett again still on that left hash. Takes a snap, hands it off up the middle. Is Mason, or excuse me, that is the other sophomore, Vicks Reams. And he gets down inside the 10. See if they move the chains there. If not, it'll be third and short.
Yeah, pretty third and short. And it looks like it will be third and short. No, it will be a first and goal.
Yeah, so first and goal now.
No, they're showing 4. They're showing 4.
On the far sideline, now they just changed it. So it is first and goal now from their own 7. Or pardon, from Penwood 7. Everett hands it off, and another pre-snap penalty as bodies go barreling. It looks like it'll be on the offense. A false start, so that'll back them up. And now it'll be first and goal
From far back, yeah, we've seen a lot of. This has not been a game where there's been no flags. This has been a game flags have been thrown, and these teams aren't going to have to correct that if they want a chance to win this game.
Yep, a lot of flags on Penn Wood's previous drive. It looked like they were inching towards the first down marker on a passing play, but then a flag was thrown right after the catch was made. And now we see as William Penn is inching towards the end zone, they get it to 1st and goal, but now they're outside of the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from the 12. About 8 minutes left to go here in the second quarter.
See what they can do, William Penn.
A fake handoff play. Now they hand it off late, and a tackle all the way at the 25-yard line. A huge tackle for loss.
Backed up there by Penwood. That was some very good defense. They tried the they kind of tried to do something that my team does with kind of a reverse go around the back of a guy, but it's a fake handoff, and they got swallowed up. Penwood defense was all on that, and they were ready for that.
Taysom Daniels on the tackle there. They knew the run play was coming, and they were ready for it, even though it was late.
And you know what? As Ness got in there on the tackle, I'll be interested to see the replay because I'm not sure that that's entirely on Maher anyway. If he catches the ball cleanly, I'm not sure he gets the punt off. That might have been another block. I mean, look at that. Look at that penetration. The Trinity special teams. And they had a fumble recovery or a blocked punt for a touchdown last week as well. They had a blocked punt earlier. They almost would have had a second one, elementary somewhat, as he dropped it and wasn't able to get the punt off. So special teams are a big bonus right now. And again, this is Trinity without their star player, Messiah Mickens, who left with an injury. He's going to pass. He's going to scramble. He's going to be taken down. Nadrowski got in there as well as Jordan Gwynn to wrestle down quarterback Caleb Ray and get the sack. That is their second sack of the season for Wyomissing, I believe. A loss of 5. Ray, I believe, is one of 2 passing. He had the 22-yard touchdown pass for LeBron Mallard on 3rd and goal from the 22. Now it's 2nd and goal from the Wyomissing 14. Boy, they need to stop in the worst way. Trailing by 2 scores. And Trinity on the verge of potentially making it 3. Ray is again out of the gun. He's in trouble. Nadrowski got there too and throws him down. Colin Nadrowski with the sack. Coming in on the blind side, basically. I don't think Caleb Ray knew he was there. He didn't hear the footsteps until it was too late. And so now 3rd and goal from the 22. Well, this is familiar territory. It was 3rd and goal from the 22 in the first quarter. And they connected past the secondary at the back of the end zone for LeBron Mallard on the 22-yard touchdown reception. That made it 20-7. So they have another 22-yard touchdown play. 3rd and goal from the 22. And here it's a handoff and chasing him down, tackling him by the ankles is Craig Eberhardt.
Craig Eberhardt on the tackle.
Eberhardt catching up to Christian Joy. And a loss of 2.
It'll bring up 4th and goal.
4th and goal from the 23, and they'll try a field goal. I mean, he had plenty of leg on the extra point earlier. So a 40-yarder that they will try here for Kieran Finnegan. From the right hash as well. Juggled snap briefly, got it down. That kick, I think it's got a chance. It is no good. He missed it wide.
Kick to wide, no good.
Finnegan missed an extra point, and he has also missed a field goal from 40 yards out.
And now the Golden Hawks
I think it's timeout.
with a flag of their own, and they'll take a timeout. Timeout comes with 2:46 to go, second quarter. Falcons in front of the Golden Hawks 14-7 and keeping people active and healthy since 1991 is Dr. Rob Johnson at the Johnson Chiropractic Center, 175 South Main Street in Yardley. From elite athletes at our local schools to senior citizens, Dr. Johnson's goal is to keep you moving. He offers functional one-on-one fitness training and will increase your strength and flexibility at any age, especially senior citizens. And Dr. Johnson's office also offers nutritional advice, complete chiropractic care. The Johnson Chiropractic Center, they feature all the state-of-the-art workout equipment that you find at the big facilities, but
in the gun. He'll go to the sideline, has Frederick, and just overthrow him out of his reach there. And it will be 4th down, and just like that, Neshaminy.
A lot of times you'd say, hey, is that forward progress? But he did that on his own to try to curl back upfield and cost himself about 3 yards.
Yeah, he was just trying to make a play. I can't blame him, but in the end, he did lose a couple yards, and LaSalle, really good defense, just getting out there and making the tackle.
LaSalle will get the football, as we mentioned, to start the second half. Ball at the 21. It's 3rd down and 6. Likely have to make 2 stops here for your LaSalle to get off the field. Certainly doesn't look like, from what we've seen from the would-be place kicker, that they're in field goal range from 39 yards away. And it's going to be 3rd down and 1. LaSalle jumped off the edge, the linebacker Wills.
Offsides.
Yeah, just another costly mistake by the Explorers on this drive. 3rd and 6, obviously it's probably 2-down territory here for McDevitt. They probably go for it on 4th down, but you're making it a little bit easier for them just to go 3rd and 1 and, possibly 4th and 1, if anything. Yeah, I know Coach Steinmetz and the coaching staff really just probably aren't happy with that.
Right down to the 1-yard line. They got the first down they needed, and it's 1st down and goal. Jones Davis comes out of the backfield.
Yeah, what a run there. You only needed 1 yard, and, he ended up getting all the way down to the 1-yard line. Kind of stumbled, and that was almost a touchdown.
So now in no hurry whatsoever. 3 minutes and ticking. They are trying to score and leave as little time on the clock as possible. Handoff. Touchdown. Bishop McDevitt. Nazir Jones-Davis. And it is 26-14, 20 straight here for the Crusaders of Bishop McDevitt.
Yeah, they really kind of just found their footing on the offense and have just really made some really good play calls. It is helped a little bit by some of the, sloppy mistakes the Explorers have made, so hopefully they can cut those out in the second half.
27-14. A state champion defending at the 4A level, playing like it right now here at home. I want to say hello to the new boys basketball coach at LaSalle, Ryan Ansel, who says he is watching and tuning in from the 300 level at the Philadelphia Phillies. Well, thanks for watching. Jeff Wechter has made some serious adjustments, both on the offensive and defensive end, and it has worked. Where it stands now, though, LaSalle has a chance. They can go 2 for 1. 2:45 to play. They have 2 of their 3 allotted timeouts remaining, and they have an explosive offense that can go down the field, get the touchdown here, and then look to get the ball to start the second half. That forces Des Ortiz way back, though. And Ortiz is gobbled up at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, another good kickoff, just like that last possession, kind of pinning the Explorers back really deep in their own territory.
Well, Lou Linda, I think, has perhaps hustled some folks here. He has some folks thinking it's going to be a short kick. Okay, you creep up a little bit. I'm going to boom it over your head. A heck of a kick. And LaSalle has a long.
Somebody had a grasp on him. Somebody else diving, couldn't get there to him. It still looked like they were going to get him with the 15, the 10, the 5. Nope. And he plunges across the goal line on a 57-yard touchdown run for Chase Eisenhower with 6:03 left in the first half. Good gracious. What an opening 18 minutes we've had in this game. Keegan Maurer, the extra points, and it is good. 6:03 to go in the second quarter. And we've got a real good one. And it's Trinity 20, Wyomissing 14. I mean, they had bodies there. And Eisenhower not just slippery, but also breaking a couple tackles along the way. That was number 6, Emil Ray, who couldn't bring him down. He was frustrated with himself, but at best he brings them down to maybe the 10 or the 15. They might have scored anyway. Once again, for those of you joining us late in this broadcast, the
too deep to find the back of the end zone. Starting from Penwood's 13, and another penalty. This time the ball isn't even snapped, and it's on the offense. William Penn will dart back 5 more yards.
There's been definitely over 14 penalties, I think, for combining both teams. I'll have to go back and look at that myself.
So it'll be 1st and 15 for William Penn at Penwood's 18. In motion, and it's a fake play up the middle, and breaking a tackle and finding the end zone is Jaquez Vicks Reams. With his first touchdown of the season. We saw him get a lot of action. And
takes a McDevitt hop. It is covered at the 42 by Kieran Campbell. 37 seconds left. Bishop McDevitt with the football and momentum. Playbook wide open here with all 3 timeouts remaining. If LaSalle goes 3 down linemen, AJ, they could run a little draw to Jones Davis, see if he can pick up the first down and then really decide from there.
Yeah, I mean, 37 seconds is a lot of time. You know, even just making some short plays, they have all 3 timeouts, so it'll be interesting to see what they do here and just kind of what kind of plays that they're going to call, you know, with what they see from LaSalle's defense. But it is that 3 lineman set.
Instead, they go screen for Rico Scott. That's basically a running play. And that is going to be taken down at the 48. Immediately, a timeout is called by Jeff Wechter. 28 seconds remain.
Tackled by number 33, Dylan Clare, and 15, Mason Lang. Gain of 6, timeout McDevitt.
Timeout on the field. We'll take this opportunity to tell you again about our friends at E&M Insurance in North Wales. We want you to support the folks that are supporting high school athletics, allowing us to do these games, to get on all the way out here to Harrisburg. So we really appreciate folks like Chris Marr. It's a property and casualty insurance company located in North Wales, Pennsylvania. They're an independent agent, meaning what they do is they work with a wide variety of other insurance companies that fund you the best coverage at the best rates. For those of you in the LaSalle community or beyond with youthful age drivers, call E&M Insurance to see if they can improve your coverage and save you money. Look for E&M on the web at
big play here for Salle, trying to get some points on the board before you come back in the second half and Pennsbury getting the ball back. And they had their first drive stall out, but after that, Pennsbury's really gotten some steam offensively.
Don't forget to watch the Coaches Roundtable every Wednesday night at 7. Video stream live from Sandy's Beef and Ale and brought to you in part by Lower Bucks Hospital since 1954. Lower Bucks Hospital has supported the youth of our community and is an acute care hospital. All right, now 3rd and goal, 12 and a half seconds to go in the second quarter. And the Golden Hawks knocking on the door, but before the play, a flag comes out.
Is this a sideline warning possibly? Another one? Oh, delay of game.
And it is a delay of game. on Council Rock South.
That could be a drive staller right there. You're right on the cusp of getting in the end zone, getting some points right before halftime, and unnecessary mistakes is gonna kill you. And this, let's see what Council Rock answers back with right here.
Moves them back to the 11. So 3rd and goal from the 11-yard line. 12.5 seconds to go. Time for 2 plays for the Golden Hawks if they throw into the end zone or throw incomplete.
I would be 95% sure that it's going to be a pass here, especially with how good of a passer Ennis is. That's my guess.
He's got 2 receivers to either side, and Ennis will roll to the near side of the field. Chased by Davis. Puts a shoulder on him. Throws across the field into the end zone for a touchdown. Chase Ennis throws across his body and gets it to his receiver, Nick Harlan.
Oh, my Lanta there, Chris.
2.2 seconds remaining on the second quarter clock.
38.
And a touchdown pass, the second of the night for Chase Ennis.
What an amazing play there. 2 guys that he could have picked wide open in the end zone. Big hit by Pennsbury at the end, but a fantastic catch to hold on to it.
Oh, a risky throw, and the extra point is a low line drive that goes below the uprights. Frank Rafferty can't hit the extra point, so we come back up the field with 2.2 seconds remaining in the second quarter after another touchdown strike by Chase Ennis, as this time he hits Harlan, so number 22 to number 11.
Okay.
I said it earlier in the broadcast. I'm going to bring it up again. He's so good rolling out of the pocket. He was all the way on, almost on the sideline. He could have touched his teammates here on this close sideline to us, and he throws it across his body.
Despite the fact that I
Beautiful
suggested
find.
looking at the left,
2
right,
open
left, right.
guys.
And there
Beautiful.
were 2 guys there, but almost.
Well, that might be underthrown. It is. He throws it away.
Plays pass incomplete.
Was looking downfield for LeBron Mallard. Mallard, who had that 22-yard reception in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. And with 2:10 to go in the first half, Lyle to get the ball back. Wide receiver is Ethan Brower, who is their return man, the senior for Wyomissing. Well, they're jumping all over the place on the line of scrimmage. I think that's going to give Trinity an extra 5 yards.
Flag on the play.
There's been a blocked punt and then a hurried.
Getting it off here. This is a gutsy call right here. 4th and 5. Looks like got all receivers out there. No running backs.
As Baker in the gun, pressure already. He's got Lavella on the far side of the field. It is caught, but it looks to be short of the first down. And it will be. Connor Frederick on the reception to clarify, and it will be a Neshaminy turnover on downs at the Downingtown West 26-yard line.
That could hurt them right there.
They look at 2 key factors of the game.
Takes it good, hard run. Big contact between Ferry and Romanello on the tackle. But Ferry put his head down. Getting Vaughn there. Tazi just quickly gets rid of the ball. It's actually Minjoni on the tackle. Luke Minjoni would be disappointed in me at missing him with the tackle for the Jaguars D, so we'll make sure Minj gets credit. But the Lions moving here on this first possession. This is where they've had issues with shooting themselves in the foot, but they're taking care of the ball on this possession and moving the sticks. So Tazi give inside to Malley this time. Not a lot, gain of about a yard. Ball gets spotted right on the 30.
You said earlier, just a mirror offense, just the inside veer and get what you can get and regroup and do it again.
Speed option again to the right. Ferry again, block. Again, brought down by Carroll. And number 44, Paxton Hunt, also on the tackle there for the Jaguars, the sophomore linebacker. Saw Nick Romanello, one of the team captains for the Jaguars and middle linebacker, kind of hobble off the field on that last possession under his own power, but he was a little slow getting off, so Paxton Hunt in there now at middle linebacker. So you've got Britton and Hunt. Penncrest in a 3rd and 1. Give goes inside. Ferry picks up about 4. First down, Lions. 1st and 10 from the Jaguar 18-yard line.
And you continue to see the Lions just pulling Ferry up off the turf. He has been the absolute workhorse tonight for the Lions. Just the inside handoff. Get as much as you can get. Tough runner.
Further down my list of shout-outs was none other than former statistician.
Run that he left the game with an injury. Well, there's Coach Franklin again, watching on. We had him at a game at Wyomissing last year, and he was gracious enough to pose for photos and sign autographs and with the kids at halftime. And he came to Wyomissing to see his prized offensive lineman recruit, Javen Williams. And then eventually recruiting Caleb Brewer. James Franklin then earlier today coming in on the chopper, walking the hallways of Trinity High School and checking in on Mickens, but obviously some concern there. Here we go. 3rd and 4 from the 38. Ray drops back to pass. They're bringing it. He got rid of it. It's caught. And now he escapes the grasp and takes it to the end zone. Touchdown. What a play. What a play. To Michael Johnson. They had both guys dead to rights. They had both guys dead. Tyler Nadrowski got in there and hit him just as he got rid of the ball. He throws into quadruple coverage. I mean, and they had Johnson by the ankles, but he was too slippery. Michael Johnson with the, what was it, a 42-yard touchdown pass. That's execution. That's playmakers there. Oh, wow. And the extra point is up, and let's see, it is good. With 43 seconds left in the first quarter.
That brings our
Trinity 27, Wyomissing 14, and Wyo's having a heck of a tough time stopping
all the way near the 50.
And a cool roll out on this second down. Far sideline caught out there.
Pass was caught by Cam Alex.
Cam Alex on the reception. Got out of bounds. Clock will stop with 36 ticks to go.
Clee knocks him out of bounds. 3rd down.
3rd and 16 for Downingtown West as Neshaminy tries to hold things before the half here, and they will have a timeout on the field. As Neshaminy wanted to talk about this 3rd down play. Well, Mackay, it's been an interesting first half. A lot of scoring has been.
Say no one. But Trinity is more than just Messiah Mickens, and they're showing it right here. All right, this is Colin Nadrowski on the return to the 35-yard line. 25 seconds left in the second quarter, so not a whole lot of time for Bob Wolfram's team to put something together. The longest regular season win streak in Berks County history. They broke the record last year, formerly held by the Wilson Bulldogs. That was 30. Now it's at 37 for Wyomissing. Very much in jeopardy as they are once again down by 2 scores. It is 27-14 after that spectacular 42-yard touchdown reception for Michael Johnson. 2 touchdown passes for the quarterback, Caleb Ray, and 2 long passes. All right, they give it up the middle here for Eisenhower. Bounces off a man of the 50 and down to the 45-yard line. Gain of about 17, maybe 16 for Eisenhower.
Peyton Schaffner on the
You have 20
tackle.
seconds left in the first half. So Wyo calls timeout.
Wyomissing.
And here,
20
you know,
seconds
if you get it down
in
to the
the first
25, then you can think about it for Keegan Maher to try a 42-yard field goal. I don't know if he has that much leg, but you maybe give it a shot. There's head coach Bob Wolfram. Well, he has that calming presence there. He needs his
Lost it a little bit, a little more touch, back corner kind of throw versus directly to win. But Carroll, again, nice play, able to get a hand on the ball, batted out of bounds, and brings up now a 4th and goal from the 8. Cunningham to the bottom of your screen, split wide to the right. Parachetti split wide to the top. Malley and Ferry in the backfield. Tazi drops, throws. Ball caught. Touchdown, Cunningham. Loreris on the coverage down there. They just threw a jump ball into the corner of the end zone. We'll see if we can get a replay here from our SFBN crew. Here's the ball. Tazi, straight throw, 3-step, throws it up. Jump ball, just off the corner of the screen. Cunningham with the catch. There was contact made. Looks like both guys kind of hand slapping each other before the ball went up, but Cunningham did a nice job of just finding the ball and use that size advantage to go get the ball. So extra point through. Good, 21-14. So that opening drive, the Lions went.
Ethan Brower is tackled at the 1. Wyomissing signaling for a timeout, and they got it with 5.9 seconds left in the first half. Timeout, Wyo. 1st and goal from the 2, it looks like, is coming up. Logan Hyde connects downfield with Ethan Brower on a 44-yard pass. He almost had the touchdown. Great tackle there to save the touchdown. That's big. Peyton Schaffner, number 13, had the tackle that prevented Brower from getting into the end zone. And so now what do you do here? With 5.9 seconds left, it is 1st and goal from the 3. I thought maybe it was down to the 1, but they spot it at the 3. So do you try to run 1 play and then kick a field goal, or do you try to go 2 plays if you need to? How are you going to do this? It's a dilemma. Chase Eisenhower and Drew Forey and Derek McCreen are the running backs. That's their starters. Out there with Logan Hyde. And that's Big Brewer, the Penn State commit, lining up at right tackle. McCreen in motion, handoff Eisenhower behind Brewer. They tackled him down. They kept him shy of the goal line. Timeout Wyo with less than a second left in the first half. Timeout Wyomissing with 0.8 seconds remaining. They are trying to get to the edges there. And they are just not getting there every time. Trinity knows that that's Wyo's game. And they stuffed him in. What a great tackle to keep him out. I thought that Eisenhower was going to make it. And Trinity's speed on the edges, too good. All right, here's what I wanted to see, yeah. That's a great tackle. 54, that's who it was. That's Quincy Smith, who got it done again. That's a huge, huge play. 0.8 seconds left. Wyo's going to go for it. 2nd and goal from the 1. Chase Eisenhower, the sophomore, is behind quarterback Logan Hyde. Derek McCreen is to the right. Pitch it out. Eisenhower has a blocker there. They brought him down. He fell short. What a play for the Trinity Shamrocks. The tackle there for number 2, Michael Johnson. Johnson, who had that big touchdown catch just a minute ago.
Throw it in the end zone if Baker can get it off. He does. A good throw up in the air and incomplete, out of bounds. And that will end the first half from the Ridge. Downingtown West with the lead, 28-17. Neshaminy is not going lightly tonight. Plenty of football left for them as both teams will go into the locker room. We will step aside for halftime. We'll come back with the first half recap and look ahead to the second half. Stay with us right here on the WBCB.
As most of our games have gone to halftime, we're going to step aside here for a brief couple of minutes. We'll be back to give you updates on all our halftime scores, and then we'll get you back out to the second half of the Garnet Valley game as they're currently underway. We'll be right back with you, everybody.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Eldion Padulary in Feasterville, Trevose today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
In that first
Hi,
half,
I'm
first
Tommy
and
Green,
5
former
also
pitcher for the
falls in that
Philadelphia
same
Phillies.
category, partner.
When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
When disaster strikes, we restore order and your peace of mind. Roberts & Gamble, your #1 source for storm damage cleanup and property restoration. Licensed and fully insured, serving central New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania since 2010.
Alrighty, coming back in here, let's get a look at our halftime scores. We've got Garnet Valley up 21-14 at the moment. We'll get you back out to that game in just a second. We've got Wyomissing down 27-14 to Trinity. 21-7, William Penn leads Penwood. LaSalle is down to Bishop McDevitt, 27-14. Pennsbury and Couch Rock South is a 1-point game. It's 14-13. Those teams have just come back out on the field, so they'll be ready to go here shortly. And then we've got Downingtown West, 28, leading Neshaminy at 17. Let's get you back out to Garnet Valley now as they're in their second half of play.
Conversion on the wheel route to Larreras brings up a 1st and 10 from the 16. O'Donohue keeps. Block. Cuts inside the block. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Jaguars, on the 16-yard keeper by Luke O'Donohue. He actually waited on that block. You'll see it on the replay here. It's a good patient run. Yeah, good kick-out block there by number 1. Slot back, Kai Lopez. He just stayed inside out. Donahue read the block properly and did all the rest of the work himself. So Lopez on for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick, down the middle. Good, 28-7. So another Joseph Anthony retreat, salon, and spa touchdown for the Garnet Valley Jaguars. Joseph Anthony retreat, salon, and spa. Flagship location in Glen Mills, home of the Jaguars, with locations in Springfield as well as Center City, Philadelphia. Please don't hesitate to reach out to Joseph Anthony for all of your retreat, salon, and spa needs.
If we go back to that 4th down conversion, a nice throw by Luke O'Donohue to Ronnie Larreras, and you see there on the replay, as we showed previously, he did get his foot down and did have possession. So good call by the referee, and I say all the time, they sometimes make mistakes, but on that one they were spot on. And next play, Luke O'Donohue takes it, scampers in for Jags touchdown, makes it 28-14 with 11:46 left in the fourth.
3rd, 3rd, 4th. 2:10, 2:11, whatever it takes.
Never really good at math.
Lopez set to kick off here for the Jaguars, going from left to right. Again, as has been the case all night, ball teed up on the right hash. Wynn and Parachetti back deep. Lopez kick deep down the middle. Wynn back to his own 8-yard line. Takes it right up the middle of the field. Ball loose! Referees waiting to see. I think the Jaguars the Lions may have fallen back on it, which I think they did just based on body language, and the official now makes the clarification, but there is an injured Lion on the field, so we have another injury timeout while they attend to the injured Lion. Penncrest Lion, by that I mean. Keep getting reports from people home watching the game that they're split screening our coverage.
Foul. Speaking of baseball, the Phillies up 2-0. Jay Turner hit a home run his first at-bat back.
Trey Turner?
Yeah. First home run, his first at-bat back.
I just want to say how he put on the paternity list exactly 9 months to the day of him signing the contract. He was celebrating.
1st and 10 coming up for the Falcons as we get the 3rd quarter underway.
Game is game.
Hey, man, we're all thinking it. It's just, I'm going to say it.
All right, I think they're going to have him re-kick here. A missed extra point.
I'm not sure what was happening there. I saw a flag. And
strike one.
It was a weird, maybe, you know.
You get the option of taking the football or moving it back 5 yards, and I think they're going to move the football back 5 yards and
re-kick it.
Ask the Golden Hawks to do it again.
Makes sense, especially how the first one went. So.
Yeah, maybe you could even improve your field position a little bit. Way back there is Duron Adams, but they're not kicking it back that deep. I mean, maybe this ball might come down.
Safety, a lot of one-on-one coverage out there. They go to Davis up the middle, hit and falls forward, and looks to have enough for a first down. Needed 3 and got 3.5. The sticks are moving.
Tackle by Kephart.
Ty Kephart on the stop.
Gain of 3, first down, LaSalle.
LaSalle dressed in the white tops with the gold helmets and the navy blue pants. McDevitt reversed. Two programs that look a lot like each other and not just in terms of those uniforms. Really good school here in Harrisburg. LaSalle goes up top for it. Contact, the flag comes, but it's a touchdown. How about that catch? J.P. Oates. Another look at this one. Defender draped all over him. Doesn't matter to Oates.
Yeah, that was just an amazing play there by Oates. Really just, it's Sidwar trusting his playmakers to come down with the ball. And, even with the penalty, he makes that catch. So that was a great, way to start this second half by the Explorers. And, it's a one-possession game. Hopefully Davis makes this kick.
Third time right in a row.
Yep.
Right in a row there. It's he's going to get back there at some point. I know defensively, he wants to get there, but, it'll open up a running lane for Tazi moving forward if he keeps seeing the pressure come in that quick. So you got 3rd and inches here on the 49.
Yep, timeout. Coach Graham, I don't know whether it was a play clock or a personnel situation. Coach Graham emphatically calling timeout just as the Lions got to the line of scrimmage. Looks like it may be a personnel thing.
Yeah, coaching with.
I just don't like Notre Dame in general. I'm going to get a lot of hate after this game. I love Tom Brady. I don't like Notre Dame.
Did Tom Brady didn't even let him play at Michigan, did they?
He played.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he had one.
He played like 2 or 3 snaps.
Nah, he played.
1st and 10. And the handoff is to Bright, but some pre-snap movement. And a flag came out before the play, and then somebody was pushing and shoving down there. I believe there's going to be a personal foul assessed to the Golden Hawks.
Getting a little chippy here, Chris.
Yeah, after the play, it looked like one of the Council Rock South defenders gave an extra push to one of the Pennsbury guys, and right after that, the flag came out. I believe there's going to be a false start on Pennsbury. Yes. And a personal foul on the Golden Hawks. So they'll mark it back 5 yards and then move it up 15, which will result in a Pennsbury Falcon first down and set them up with a 1st and 10.
That equals a gain
at
of
the
10.
40.
It's math right there.
Thank you.
It's math right there.
Just let the high school kid do it. He's fresh with it. Me and you, Chris, we haven't done math in, you longer than I have, but I still haven't done it.
Couldn't do that, but starting on the 29-yard line is not too bad. This defense really just needs to get a stop. As you said, the Bishop McDevitt offense was really moving. 3 straight scores to bring it to 27, 14 right before the half. And, they really had a good possession that kind of stalled out at the end right before halftime. If there's a little bit more time on the clock, who knows?
High snap handled by Saunders and off to Davis Jones. That's a heck of a job by Stone Saunders, and not the first time we've seen.
40-yard touchdown run for Pennsbury's Jordan Zerniak. And the Falcons add to their lead. It's now 20-13.
Yeah, and I talked a little bit in the past couple weeks, and even in this game, Pennsbury may have found a hidden gem in Jordan Zerniak in this offense, and you saw it there, fighting off a couple tackles, hitting the hole, finding a lane, and just putting on the afterburners. It was a whole complete run there. Just a fantastic run by Zerniak.
And this would be a big extra point for the Falcons, would put them up by 8.
Not bring him down. It's just a math equation there. 2 guys on the outside for LaSalle, 1 blocker for Bishop McDevitt, and Rico Scott's only got to make 1 guy miss.
Yeah, what a play call right there by Bishop McDevitt. obviously Rico Scott.
Here's how it went in the first half. Messiah Mickens, 86 yards, takes it to the house. He gets in the secondary. You're not going to stop him. All the way downfield for the touchdown, but unfortunately, Mickens leaves the game.
It's a two-possession game, and that was just a great play call.
Nick Saban, he's preparing for Texas right now, but he'll be happy to see that on film later this weekend. It's 34-21, and the Big Strike offense, it continues on both sides here tonight.
Defensive game-changing play. So the Jags now with O'Donohue under center, set to go inside Penncrest territory. O'Donohue keeps, again, another big gain off to the races. See if he wins the foot race. He does. 48-yard touchdown, first play after the turnover on downs. O'Donohue on the end-around keeper after the fake give inside. So now his second touchdown of the night. Again, the give inside, two really good blocks, and then it was just all O'Donohue reading the downfield blocks by the Jaguars. 48-yard run on first down. Jaguars score in all of 9 seconds. Lopez on for the extra point. Snap a little bit high. Good hold by Carroll. Kick by Lopez, no doubt. 5 for 5. Jaguars now with a 21-point lead here with 8:57 remaining in this fourth quarter.
Had a chance to talk to Luke's dad after the game last week, and one of the first things I said to him was he did not get his speed from his father.
He certainly did not.
And it was a laughing, big, loud, boisterous, as we know, Kevin O'Donohue, KOD, laugh. Sort of got a chuckle out of it, and definitely does not have its speed. And I know, the whole crew out there, as I said last week, all 27 brothers and sisters are checking the game out. I think the whole left-hand side of the Garnet Valley stands are O'Donohue's, if we can count them right from over here. But like I said, good to see Kevin.
Gavin Sidwar. Sidwar, his first two reads aren't there. Improvises, and Julian McFadden brings it in again. It's ruled a catch on the far side of the field. Boy, this is a great job by McFadden. If you could have the all-22 film here, it'd be phenomenal to see him break off his route, come back to the side of the field where his quarterback is rolling, and give Sidwar an outlet. It's a big-time play by Julian McFadden, the sophomore.
Yeah, that was a really phenomenal play by Sidwar, just getting out of the pocket, scrambling a little bit, escaping the pressure, and then he found his man, Julian McFadden, downfield. McFadden with a phenomenal catch on the sideline.
And now two Crusaders are down on the other side of the field. It is a hot night. It started over 90 degrees here tonight. Hopefully just some cramping. Both teams will huddle up in the meantime, but the ball will be spotted at the 37-yard line. Take this opportunity to tell you about our friends at CJO Design and Construction. It's a landscape contract firm and a hardscaping firm run by Chad Ormond, our good buddy.
And you see number 77, Tristan Blair. Check back in for the Lions. As you said earlier, he is a big boy. Came over here on the sideline, and you get a little closer up look of him, and old big fella.
So the Lions now trailing by 21, 2nd and 8 on their own 32. Give goes on the counter. Little crisscross action in the backfield to Wynn. Good to see Wynn back in the game. He was one of those Lions that was hobbled on that fumble before that was getting the medical attention. As you can see, he's slow to get up again. Let's hope he's okay. He's definitely not right. Blair again checks out. So the Lions a little banged up now as this fourth quarter's going on. The loss in the backfield puts them in a 3rd and 10 at their own 30. A couple of out-of-town updates. Haverford up on Chi, 13-0. Marple Newtown up on Upper Darby, 20-0. Ridley up on Strathaven, 14-7. Those games all at the half. At least those score updates were. Again, they fake that inside handoff crisscross to win. Tazi keeps around right end. Initial contact made by, looked like number 4 Chase Wilt, the cornerback at the top of your screen. It is Wilt. And then the pursuit from Romanello, able to get Tazi down, who now himself hops out. A little banged up on one foot. So it looks like number 9, Zach Mullen, checks in to punt as Tazi gets medical attention on the sideline. That's one of those situations where, again, Coach Graham and the Penncrest staff probably would have preferred Tazi to just go down on the field. Would have allowed them to talk it over, see what they want to do, get their quarterback ready. But Mullins takes the handoff. Middle screen goes to number 19, Colby Poole, the tight end, but the Jaguars had it read. Tackled for a short gain, ball on the 35-yard line, which is where the Jaguars will take over on 4th and 5. The lack of the conversion turns the ball over to the Jaguars. What? Personal foul against the Jaguars. I didn't see the play. I'm guessing a face mask inside. There's not a lot that could happen for a personal foul other than the face mask. So tough for us to see on the replay there. I'm guessing Poole was dragged down by a face mask. So by courtesy of the 15-yard personal foul, it will give the Lions a first down in Jaguar territory at the Garnet Valley 49. It's still backup quarterback Zach Mullins in the game as Tazi's getting medical attention on the sideline. Give inside to Ferry, gain of about 6. I think that puts him at the 47 carry mark for the game. I actually don't know how many it is. We don't have a statistician up in the booth with us here. We're working to solve that for all games going forward. But it's a lot of carries. I don't know the exact number, but he has certainly been their workhorse, Matt Ferry. 2nd and 5. Mullins drops back to pass, throws, caught by Wynn. Tackle made by number 1, Lopez, drags him out of bounds. But the rather silly high school rule that says he went out of bounds going backwards or parallel to the line of scrimmage, not forward, the clock will wind.
You see a little after the play hit there by the Penncrest wide receivers.
It's a rule I don't quite understand why they do it. I guess to speed games up, but the high school game is fast enough that. Give inside, good hard run right up the middle of the A-gap to Malley, gain of about 10 before he gets brought down. So another Lions first down at the Jaguar 32.
6-yard run there by Bright, by the way.
Ooh. Little movement there by Pennsbury before the snap. That's a false start, and we'll set them back 5 yards. So 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
It is still technically a goal, though. They're at the 10.
McCaffrey's game of the night presented by Sterling Limousine and Transportation Services. Thanks to DiLorenzo's Pizza, the Berg Pizza on New Falls Road.
It's a foot race. Touchdown. Chase Regan. Missed tackles, a big part of the story. Turning on the afterburners. It's 40-21.
Yeah, you said it there, Bob. Missed tackles are real.
Give inside goes to Malley. Again, gain of 4 brings up a 3rd and 3.5, we'll call it.
Class of 92 also. This is our quarterback coach and punting coach, Coach John Flynn, over there on our sideline. And you're right, characters might not be the right word for that crew.
I was being polite. Oh, ball down. Mullins wisely falls on it. Again, that's Number 21, outside linebacker / DN, Luke Vaughn, just all over the quarterbacks. Anytime they run his way, his pursuit, he's virtually played the entire game in the Lions' backfield and really, really made it difficult on the Lions' quarterbacks to get the ball quickly. We talked about Tazi and how quickly he had been getting the ball out. Again, now he's on the sideline. This is Mullins in the game. Back to throw. Nice ball, deep downfield. Overthrown, good coverage by number 1, Kai Lopez. Ball intended for Asher Wynn, number 11 for the Lions. So that will be a turnover on downs. The Jaguars will now take over with 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. You can see Luke Vaughn exhaustedly working his way over to the Jaguar sideline. He, I'm sure, is tired, and he has earned the right to be the last man jogging off the field. See a heavy dose of inside run, I would think, from the Jaguars here. Up 21 with 3.5 minutes remaining. Lopez, the motion man. Give goes to number 8, Kohler. Met by Malley. Good strong tackle, but not before he picks up a gain of about 5 or 6. Call it 6 where they spot it.
Yeah, nice hard run there by Dean Kohler. Mentioned in week 1, it was really nice to see Dean back and talk to him before the game. You know, week 2 there when he got his start. You know, back after a meniscus injury last year, and he's a tough, hard, quick runner. Looks like a pickup of 4, inside handoff.
Bring up a 3rd and short one, 3rd and half.
And Jags just looking to pick up first downs here and run the clock down there with 2:20 left here. See some of the Penncrest faithful starting to head out. Beat that media traffic out of here.
Jaguars kind of slowly and deliberately making their way out of the huddle each play, using as much play clock as they can. Give goes to Kohler. Good hard run inside, spinning, makes a couple men miss. Eventually brought down after a gain of about 6. But that will temporarily stop the clock until they set the chains, but then the clock indeed winds.
David picks it up, throws the football, and it's caught by C.J. Weiser, but Weiser is tackled before he can make his way towards the end zone. And the Council Rock South Golden Hawks, they take over on downs. Deep in their own end.
That was the definition of a mess. I don't even know. I guess a bad snap picked up by David and tossed it up there.
That's why I'm so impressed when the kicking game goes well. There's so many elements that can break down, and they're either the snap or the place or whatever. They couldn't even get the kickoff. And now an 8-point game with Council Rock South taking over under 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. They got a ways to go.
Last 3 plays.
It's like 2 more kneel downs and Garnet Valley get out of here with a 35-14 win.
Jags will snap the ball.
Might only need one.
This will likely be the next to last play. Jags do, in fact, take the knee.
Yeah, I think they're
and
at
that'll
this
do
point.
it. So the teams will both make their way to the 50-yard line. The players on the field, as you can see, shaking hands. Well-played game. Couple big plays and a turnover. Gave Garnet Valley some short fields, which they quickly capitalized on the one.
That Garnet Valley game has gone final in another win for Garnet Valley. Now we're going to take you out to another game here.
Enough for a first down, so Downingtown West keeping the opening drive of the second half alive.
Colby Bracey pushed him out of bounds. First down.
First and 10, ball in the 43. Spencer Dunn in some space, bounces to the outside, wrapped up at the 20-yard line. A good ankle-saving tackle there. Looks like to be Travis Lavella on the tackle for the Skins.
Spencer Dunn on the carry. Demasio Cooper on the tackle.
Fabulous. And incredible, too. And now, pending the extra point, it is up and it is gone.
Painter, Morrow, Finnegan.
That is
with the extra point.
Kieran Finnegan
Shamrocks,
with
34.
the point after.
Spartans 14.
And without having even taken the field, Trinity's offense puts more points on the board. And it's 34-14 Trinity. And Wyomissing's offense will go back to work and try to put together a drive again, but now down by 3 scores. 2 blocked punts for touchdowns. I mean, it's a slightly high snap. I mean, he came through untouched. Trinity's bringing the house. And Wyomissing doesn't have the answer for it on special teams. And Wyo is getting schooled here on the road in Camp Hill. This is almost exactly the same as the final score that we had a year ago at Wyo. Wyomissing defeated Trinity 35-14. Here today it is 34-14 Trinity. And not only that, and I mentioned it before, but it's worth repeating, Trinity is doing this without their stud, without their 15-year-old sophomore talent on his way to Penn State, Messiah Mickens, who left the game midway through the first quarter. We'd seen him on the sideline a few times. I don't know if he's here in the second half. That kickoff goes out of bounds, and they'll give Wyo some decent field position. But Wyomissing is in a desperate situation now.
For a Council Rock South touchdown, but the connection from Ennis to Harlan.
It's another impressive Ennis rollout play, rolling to his left, escapes a guy, finds an open man, dumps it to him, and he gets all the way down the field.
And just perfect little touch on that pass as he connects with his receiver. And then Harlan, little move, and then he had some space down the sideline. Good thing for the Pennsbury Falcons that Bagley took a good angle and got down there and prevented him from going into the end zone. But now Golden Hawks, goal-to-go situation. The give is to Myers, and Myers with a touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown run. It's the biggest run of the evening tonight for Chase Myers. I mean, not just in the point in the game, but also the number of yards he picked up. And now the Golden Hawks are going to try to go for 2.
Yeah, you would have to think just because you're down 2, instead of trying to make it a 1-point game, try to tie this bad boy up. Oh, I try to contain my excitement for you, but I just had to. Oh, wow!
They kept Myers kind of in check most of the game, but that's who gets it on the goal-to-go situation. And
got a flag.
He shows some nifty running right there. I think there's too many men there for the Golden Hawks. Too many guys in the huddle.
74 yards on that run leading up to the 7-yard touchdown.
But that would help with a 2-point conversion if you get like 12 guys out on the field. But
yeah, but that's not legal.
It's a no-no.
Yeah, we can't really do it.
Chase
so it's going to make this 2-point conversion even harder because you got to go back.
Yep.
Chase Ennis is now up to 162 passing yards tonight on 8 passes.
And what do we say, Chris? What harms you the most? Unnecessary flags. Why did it take me so long to get that out? I got a head cold or something, Ben. Stop laughing at me.
And that's the kind of thing that drives coaches crazy because somehow either a guy missed an assignment or a coach sent the wrong guy out there. But too many men, and now from the 7, a 2-point conversion
what do we got
for the Golden Hawks, but
timeout.
They take another timeout. So that'll leave them with just 1 timeout left.
Wow. It's not even the fourth quarter.
Pass to Connor Frederick. Connor with a couple of cuts, gets to the 40-yard line. It'll be enough for a Neshaminy first down.
Nice little juke move right there to throw the defender off a little. Still was able to come up with the tackle though.
Colin Baker with the pass.
First and 10 from the 40 for Neshaminy. Lavella, man in motion. Baker takes a high direct snap, and he was hit. Looks like ran into his own lineman in the line of scrimmage. They'll blow the play dead there. Maybe give Baker a yard on the play.
A host of Downingtown West players work together to make the stop. Second down and 9.
Bring up 2nd and 9 for this Neshaminy offense as they try to stay in this game. As the give will go up to Lavella up the middle. And a gain of about 3 on the carry for Lavella there. And a late flag.
Carried by Travis Lavella.
Something was said under that pile, it looks like.
Yeah, it might be unsportsmanlike conduct right here.
Everett Olson was there for the tackle.
As the Whippets indicated right away, it was against Neshaminy, and it is on Neshaminy indeed.
You just got to keep your composure right here, right now. You're on a big drive. You want to be able to score right here, right now.
Don't need anyone ejected either. As the ball will go back to the 29-yard line after the 15-yard penalty.
Penalty goes against Neshaminy.
And in the first half, it was Downingtown West with 6 penalties that led to a couple of points for Neshaminy and extended their drives. This time, Neshaminy a penalty on the offensive side, pushing them back here early on in the third quarter. So it'll be 3rd and a country mile for Neshaminy. Connor Baker looking to throw. He'll dump it off to Cleve. Pass was deflected at the line of scrimmage off a couple of linemen, and that will end the Neshaminy drive as it stalls out. And
Stone Saunders in the pistol. 2nd and 8. They hand it to Barnes, who breaks the first tackle and got out to the 45. It'll be 3rd down and 5 coming up. And they'll likely need to take one more snap before the end of the third quarter based upon where the play clock is.
Number 91, Kieran Campbell, and 9, Chris Filippo on the stop. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Need to get it right to the 45-yard line for the first down. Saunders, lot of time, good blocking, and he heaves it out of bounds. That's a coverage sack there for LaSalle. They forced Saunders to throw it out of bounds, and it will be 4th down and 5 yards to go when we come back here in the fourth quarter. You're watching LaSalle College High School football. It's a non-league battle here on Bob Warren.
That's Quinn Hennicle in the shotgun. Spencer Dunn, the man in motion, he'll take it on the sweep. Dunn to the far side, looking for some room up to the 40, past midfield, and just pushed out of bounds at about the 50 exactly after a big first down.
Picks up the first down for the Whippets.
Well, almost got tackled in the backfield there, wasn't able to wrap around. Would have been a loss of yardage. That definitely would have been some momentum gainer for Neshaminy.
An 18-yard sweep for Spencer Dunn on the carry. Whippets working from midfield now. They'll give it right back to Dunn. Dunn will go to the near side, try to cut back inside, and he'll be tackled after a gain of 5 on the play.
Spencer Dunn with the carry.
It will be a gain of 7 on the Spencer Dunn carry, so it'll bring up 2nd and about 3 for the Whippets.
Lee with the tackle. 2nd and 3.
As much as Downingtown West likes to throw the ball, they've run it very well. 141 yards on the ground, 4 touchdowns in week 1, 168 yards and a touchdown in week 2. And this team continues to put up the high offensive numbers on all phases of the offense.
Demoncio Cooper on the tackle.
As Downingtown West just controlling the clock here, being methodic with the ball, keeping it on the ground. That's worked for them all night tonight, as well as Quinn Hennicle throwing through the air. He'll take it and run it with Cam Alex here on first down. Alex gets about 5 yards on the carry. We'll see where they mark it.
Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7.
2nd and 7 after only a gain of 3 on the carry by Cam Alex. Hennicle will look to pass. Caught on the outside to his tight end. It's J.D. Weller on the reception. Brings up 3rd and short as Weller was tackled before the line to gain.
Downingtown West earlier was playing a bit faster, but now they seem to be slowing it down a bit now with this lead that they have.
The lifeblood of a high school or college football environment. Stevie Davis to the 2nd level. He's got the first down for 13-yard gain.
Yeah, that was a good run there by Davis. Kind of brings them up to the 20-yard line. And, you know, a little bit further, further away from their end zone.
And it'll be a long way to get there. Still, got to go 80 yards. Score a touchdown. They trail 41-21. Davis moves to the outside. Now Sidwar steps up. Sidwar looking down the field, thrown for Ortiz. Ortiz gets close to the first down marker. It's a gain of 7.
That was a good play there by the Explorers. Sidwar escaping the pressure and doing a really nice job of just, keeping the play alive, and then he gets it out to Ortiz, who, gets the ball, makes his own play, and, kind of keeps it moving down the field and gets them, 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 28-yard line, 10:34 to go. Again, they go with the lob. One-on-one coverage, a ton of contact. Boy, and I can't believe that there's no flag thrown there. See how much he can get away with.
Yeah, it's very surprising. I thought there was a little bit too much contact, preventing, the receiver from getting the ball there.
Perhaps that head turned back slightly towards the line of scrimmage, and maybe that benefit of the doubt given.
Wyo is moving with 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter and down by 20. On the road, 34-14. Colin Nadrowski. And he absorbs some contact and blasts across the 10-yard line to the 9. So for Colin Nadrowski here, and these are players we hadn't seen as much in the first half. Nadrowski was not as much of a factor. He had a sack in there on the defensive side of the ball. But there's so much depth for Wyomissing.
At the 8.
They can rotate in their next wave of runners who are going to be fresh. 1st and goal from the 7. Colin Nadrowski's in the backfield again. They'll hand it off. Nadrowski. And now, he'll bounce off a couple of blockers, and he'll find the hole and bounce his way in, tripping over Emil Way and into the end zone. Touchdown, Colin Nadrowski. So Nadrowski blasts his way through and makes it a 2-score game with 1:35 left in the 3rd quarter. And now Keegan Maher's extra point, and that is perfect. Trinity 34, Wyomissing 21. And now with 1:36 left in the 3rd quarter, for the first time in the 2nd half, Trinity's offense will take the field unless there's an onside kick or something, and Wyo's been known to do that. But that's been 10-plus minutes they've kept Trinity's defense on the field. But Trinity is partly responsible for that as well because they blocked a punt and returned it for a touchdown. So Weil, of course, got the ball right back after that. 34-21. Shamrocks over Wyomissing.
The reigning 6A state champions. That game will be at Franklin Field on Friday night, October 6th at 7 p.m.
Yeah, there's just some big games coming up for the Explorers, and, you know, all are going to be tough games, but we'll see how they do.
Here next to us in the Wyomissing seats, so I can't even really tell that it's rain. Well, I can see it now, yeah. So a light rain has begun to
Standing in
fall.
their way from, you know, probably winning a Catholic League title and, you know, even moving on to the state competition.
9:06, clock ticking. Bishop McDevitt, they've been able to eat up some clock the last few times they've had the ball. And it's going to be tough that time. Big play there by Matt Wills off the edge. Takes down the sophomore running back Nazir Jones-Davis.
Yeah, great stop by Matt Wills right there.
No gain on the play.
He is angry when he comes off the edge. Does a really nice job. Now, if LaSalle really wants any shot here, it's a big third down. I think if they can keep this from being a 3 or 4 yard gain, I do think Bishop McDevitt punts the ball away and plays the field position battle. If they can get 5, 6 yards and make this a 4th and 3 or less, I think all bets are off there. Big play here with 3rd and 8. Saunders steps up and is taken down. Oh, it's right in that zone. They give him 3, maybe 4 yards.
And the flag comes out.
It's raining flags.
Lavella with the carry, and he is met in the backfield for a big loss on the play.
Just came like a swarm of bees right there, taking them all the way back.
Jake Cassera and Jake Johnston.
Jake Cassera was there right away at the line of scrimmage, so we'll be 4th down for Neshaminy and 45 ticks to go in quarter number 3. And Neshaminy will keep their offense on the field. And we have a timeout on the field from the Whippets.
Touchdown run in the first quarter. Leaves the game with an injury. We didn't see him for the rest of the first half, but he was holding his helmet over there, and we couldn't tell, is he going to come back into the game or not? We had no idea because Trinity never got the ball again in the second half until now. And now Messiah Mickens is back in there. That's great to see that the injury is not so severe here. So under center is Caleb Ray. Ray is kind of shaking his hand off there. It was hurting after a little bit of contact. 3rd and 9 from the 46. With 28 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, and they call an officials timeout.
And up to the 36 goes Herlin. And that's a pickup of 7 yards on 1st down for the Golden Hawks, 2nd and 3. We haven't seen a lot of deep passes from Chase Ennis, but he's made a lot of really good decisions with some drop-offs, some screen passes. And here looks to throw again. Flush from the pocket. And gets rid of the football. Ennis, that should be a fumble on the play. He did not throw that football forward. That's a sack on the play. And a flag comes out. I'm not sure if they're going to call that intentional grounding, but that looked more like a fumble than anything intentional.
Yeah.
Officials talking it over. They did bring the flag out, and I think this is going to be a grounding call
Maybe the
on
hit
Ennis.
After?
It is
no,
intentional grounding.
Yep. Wow.
And so they lose yardage and they lose it down.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. It did not look like his arm came around. It looked like he was like throwing a jab at somebody.
I kind of thought he just lost the football.
Yeah, I thought it was a fumble, but
It looked like he was going to throw, but he did not. His arm did not.
We're up here,
It was
down there.
It was not a throwing motion.
But after they mark off the intentional grounding penalty, put the football down on the near hash at the 20-yard line. And we're just under 10 minutes to go in tonight's game. Makes it even more difficult for this Golden Hawk attack. And even more field that they have to traverse. The handoff to Chase Myers. And Myers, with the exception of that one 7-yard touchdown run, has really not been able to get much going. But a late flag comes out.
Maybe some
and if this is against
chat after the play, maybe. I'm not 100% sure what that could have been. Maybe a holding.
Now, it was definitely something said or something done after the play.
Yeah,
this is going to be a dead ball personal foul on one of these teams. I think it's on Pennsbury. No,
Wow,
Council Rock South.
Yeah, they were backing up, so I think they just knew.
So from where they're at here, this is going to be half the distance to the goal. And they'll put it down at the 10. So it goes from bad to worse for Council Rock South on that drive. And now they're going to have Chase Ennis from his own end zone kick away. Bagley deep to receive.
Wow, what looked like could be a game-changing drive just stalls out for this Golden Hawks offense.
Now counting on a good kick from Ennis, who gets into that one, does have another good kick there and takes a great roll for Council Rock South across the 50, across the 45, and it will be touchdown at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, great field position, though, for this Pennsbury Falcons. See how they respond to that big defensive stop.
And one of the Council Rock South Golden Hawks injured after the play. Don't forget, if you miss any of tonight's action, you can read about the game in tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage that you can count on 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian. And the Pennsbury Football Parents Club asking you to come out and support the Falcons at their home games. Check out the spirit wear, all the orange and black stuff. And the player shaken up there was Garrett Hagan, but Hagan able to get back on his feet and come over to the near sideline without help.
He was rolling in pain. He got up, started limping, and then just started walking, and then started jogging to the sideline, screaming, "Let's bleep and go." So
it's called adrenaline.
Just an update for you. William Penwood is in a lightning delay right now. The stream appears to be down. We're not 100% sure what's going on with that game, so we will keep you updated as we get more information, but we're going to take you back out to LaSalle versus McDevitt now. Let's get you back out there.
The ball just probably a little bit too long and, let that kind of play up and, sets them back 5 yards.
So it's 2nd down and 15. A little miscommunication on the last one. 4:49 to go. There still is time for LaSalle to get a quick score. Think about perhaps an onside kick. They still have the 3 timeouts as well. It's a 20-point game, 3 scores. Davis bounces to the outside. His hit and dropped. It's going to be a gain of just...
Give will go to Lavella. He'll bounce to the outside, try to get those yards back. Still on his feet, into the end zone. Travis Lavella and Neshaminy touchdown. But hold off just a moment. A flag on the play. Let's see what this is. Holding on Neshaminy, so negate the touchdown. As Neshaminy with back-to-back holding calls. As the touchdown will be no good there.
No flags, touchdown. They say it's a catch and fumble. Ball is just sitting there. It's picked up by Rolson.
Yeah, I don't know if the Explorers just thought the play was dead, but
everybody thought it was dead except for Jair Rollison.
Yeah, he just kind of kept running, and I'm a little confused. I'm not going to lie, but
well, yeah, I get the call. I mean, catch, football, move, put it away, pop it out. Whether you agree with the call or not, you play to the whistle. There was none, and 21 guys didn't play to the whistle.
Yeah,
one did.
Yeah, I mean, we saw an instance earlier in this game where, we were really confused by why the play wasn't whistled dead, and, kind of saw the, effects here of, like, you keep playing till the whistle, and there's not really going to be much changing. And this isn't college football or the NFL where they're going to, bring it up to the replay booth. They just kind of go with what they see on the field. And what they saw was just a play that was still alive and resulted in a touchdown and probably 21 confused other guys.
How about those officials holding firm? Nobody blew the whistle. They thought it was the right call. That one is blocked. Carson Wakefield got into the backfield. Whether you agree with the call or not, they didn't subvert to the pressure of everybody stopping.
Yeah. No, I mean, they did. They saw something, and I think they did make the right call, but it was just very, confusing, and everybody just thought it was dead. But they held firm, held true to what they saw, and it ended up, that Bishop McDevitt was able to, succeed and score a touchdown there.
.348 to play. It's the largest lead of the night for Bishop McDevitt, and certainly that's the gut punch.
Yeah.
More than midway through this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that seems like it's kind of – we had said that was a big possession for the Explorers, and even with time dwindling down, we don't know if a comeback would have been, possible. It would have been definitely very difficult, but that kind of just seems like the finishing blow there.
It's 4th and 23. So we'll have trips receivers to the far side of the field.
4th and long for Neshaminy.
And for the moment, Charlie Soska still out with injury, the senior left tackle. Baker gets pushed down, got his man, and incomplete pass. No flags on the play. Cole Tarapchik was the intended receiver and couldn't come up with it again. Another questionable.
As many yards after contact they have tonight.
There's Bright again, gets the handoff, off tackle, and off to another 5-yard gain. Down to the 18-yard line for Bright. And this ground and pound approach pays dividends later in the second half against these teams. And I feel like we're seeing that on this drive. The number of rushes, the ground game, starting to wear down Council Rock South a bit. Bagley to Zerniak. Zerniak down to the 10. And Zerniak is going to set the Pennsbury Falcons up with a 1st and goal. And meanwhile, eating away at that clock, now down to 6.5 remaining.
Ian, it's looking real like with Pennsbury scores here, it's going to be very hard for these Golden Hawks team to come back.
Yeah, score here would put the Falcons up.
Something didn't like me talking there.
Two scores.
I'm gonna stop talking, I guess.
Bagley gives to Bright. Bright running right behind Chris Roush. And he gets up to the 8. 2nd and goal from the 8 for Pennsbury. Back and forth tonight. Zerniak touchdown run. Nate Bagley touchdown run. An opportunity maybe for Jaden Bright on this drive. And instead, looked like it was Bright with the football, but it's Nate Bagley again into the end zone for another Pennsbury Falcon touchdown.
Yeah, and just another physical run tonight by Bagley, and just really showing his athleticism and his strength. We've said it multiple times tonight, but he has done a fantastic job offensively, just really starting the offense in the right direction.
Makes it 27-19 with 5:32 to go. And the McCaffrey's game of the night presented by Sterling Limousine, and Pereira looks to add one more. But before the extra point attempt, false start on the Falcons. Well, we've seen a lot of yellow flags flying tonight.
Yeah, there's been plenty of it.
And both teams guilty of some mental and physical errors as Pereira approaches it and sends that one through the uprights to make it 28-19.
5 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. It is Pennsbury.
5:32 to go
High School Salle.
here in the McCaffrey's game of the night. Tonight's game brought to you by Puss in Boots Tavern. Thanks also to Yardley Family Haircutters. But if you're really looking for a creative food dish, maybe a romantic night out, beautiful river views in a down-to-earth American cafe, visit Charcoal BYOB overlooking the Delaware in Yardley.
Really test themselves and, really look back at some of the plays that they make in the film and be able to improve a lot from this.
That was 4th and 10, and Sidwar was going to get lit up, made the right decision, slid. And so we'll get one knee, and we'll get everybody home safely before the Storms roll in. A great call by Rob Pugliese for the new athletic director here at Bishop McDevitt to make that call to start this game 15 minutes early. I think it's going to be the difference, quite honestly.
Yeah, no, this really made a difference. Still had a fantastic football game, and the rain started just at the end, so hopefully everybody, especially the LaSalle fans, probably traveling an hour and a half to 2 hours home, myself driving back to State College. Hopefully we all have safe drives home, and, good decision by the Bishop McDevitt and LaSalle teams, respectively, to start this game early.
A team that has gotten very used to going to the state final. Boy, do they have a good team again here this year. Bishop McDevitt wins the rubber match in this non-league matchup. LaSalle won the first one 2 years ago, 21-0. Bishop McDevitt took care of business last year, 56-7, and this was a track meet for a long time. Bishop McDevitt outlasts LaSalle. They win 47-21. Rico Scott a star. Stones.
As the Skins try to get the ball back here. Hennikel in the shotgun, looking deep. Scott Kusera open again, in stride, off his fingertips, incomplete. As Kusera with a big drop, and he seems to be shaken up, punches the turf there. As Kusera is shaken up on the Neshaminy sideline. As a big offensive weapon for the Downingtown West Whippets, as they will hold play just for a moment as
They're going to be going for it here.
Yeah.
But it's been a lot to ask against this Pennsbury defense. They've been pretty stout. Ennis dropping back. He's flushed, and they'll contain him and sack the Council Rock South quarterback. Dale was there. I think he might have been the first guy to get to him. Chris Karamis and Walker Murray in on that play for the Falcons.
It's the third
and
sack,
it was a big one.
Third sack of the night for Pennsbury. It might be one of, if not the biggest sack of the night. And they've gotten to Ennis a few times tonight.
And those sacks have been team sacks where they've surrounded Ennis, contained him in the pocket, and basically he has kind of, been tackled by a bunch of guys or gone down as he drops back now to punt it away on a 4th and 13 situation. We get down to 4.5 remaining here tonight.
Ooh.
Ennis with another great kick, a high one that comes down near the 30, and will take a neutral bounce and then skip down the field to the 20-yard line.
Not just can Chase Ennis throw a football, he can punt one too.
He's been impressive, but now the Falcons have the opportunity to use up the rest of this clock, kind of milk up the remaining 4:13.
Yeah, and they have the perfect offense for it, the ground and pound. You just keep running that ball. As long as you don't go out of bounds, this time's going to keep clicking. And that's exactly what Pennsbury wants.
And then again, the Council Rock South defense, they know what's coming, and they've seen it all night. They need to make some plays, try to get this football back, and give the offense an opportunity. In the backfield for the Pennsbury Falcons, Bright and Zerniak. And Jaden Bright gets the handoff. Bright spinning across the 25-yard line.
Looks like a holding flag, though, on the play.
Flag comes out, and it is a hold called on the Falcons. Well, the other thing with that ground and pound attack, it's tough to recover from a holding call on first down. It's going to be 1st and 20. And the Falcons now with 90 yards in front of them. Again, thanks to BAI Security. They do the medical alerts. Of course, all of your complete security, wireless security systems, all at BAI Security, BAInow.com for more info. Bagley sets him down, fakes the handoff. It's a quarterback keeper. And he tries to cut back against the formation, and he does move it up to the 15-yard line.
Yeah,
but after all that running around, that's a gain of just 3.
Yeah, and especially with the way the offense has been the last couple weeks, number one priority here, ball security. Do not let this Golden Hawks team get the ball back and have an opportunity to even put more points on the board.
The other thing for the Golden Hawks, they burned a couple of timeouts early in the half, so they only have 1 timeout remaining as the clock ticks down to 3:22 and counting. And for the Golden Hawks, not only do you need the football back, but you need 2 scores. As the Falcons hold on to this 9-point advantage. And as Bagley sets him down, more whistles. And another delay of game called on Pennsbury. That's the 3rd delay of game call tonight. And we've had a share of holding and some personal fouls, unsportsmanlike stuff, a little bit of everything with the flags.
It's been a flag-filled night tonight here in Newtown.
Is that so, Ben?
Indeed.
Indeed.
So 2nd and 20 becomes 2nd and 25. Right, and meanwhile for the Falcons, they just like to see that clock continuing to tick down to, got 3:03 up there right now. And that time Zerniak with the handoff up to the 21. Nice pickup, gives the Falcons a little bit of breathing
40
room.
to the 30, 25-20, cuts, spins, makes a man miss, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and he's down about the 11-yard line. As Neshaminy almost in a prevent defense, had everyone back there, as Alex was able to find the space and get in between the defense and take them with him.
Down to the 11-yard line. Anthony Gross on the stop. First down and 10 for the Whippets.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Whippets from the 12-yard line. Hennikel will be under center here. And movement up front on Neshaminy's D-line. It'll be offsides on the Skins defense.
Offsides against Neshaminy. First down and 5 from the 7-yard line.
Alex will come in, Hennikel will take it himself. And he is tackled back behind the line for a sack. No gain on the play. And we have another Downingtown West player on the field. Another offensive line.
This could be a chance for Council Rock South now. As back to receive a punt is Caleb Christian. And Toby Kubitsky, the senior punter.
Could also
was waiting the snap, but now he's got to wait a little longer. Timeout on the field.
Could also consider Simmons with the 2 picks tonight. Was very, very stellar defensive performance by these Pennsbury Falcons, and it all starts with those 2 turnovers by Simmons. One of them.
Thanks to BAI Security. Find out about their security systems, their fire extinguisher service, the wireless systems, the remote systems at bainow.com. That's bainow.com. All right, Ennis, with just over 2 minutes to work
here
with.
In the second half. Here in quarter number 4, as Hennikel will dump it off to Alex, and Alex will just scamper his way into the end zone to touchdown Downingtown West.
Cam Alex, 7-yard touchdown run.
As Downingtown West goes up 41-17. As Cam Alex finds his way in the end zone for the first time tonight. And this offense continues to show it cannot be slowed down, as they will throw next man up at you, as the extra point is good. So with 7:40 to go here in the 4th quarter, Downingtown West in control of this one. They go up 25 on Neshaminy here.
A frustrating night for Chase and Shane Myers. Chase did get into the end zone with a 7-yard touchdown run, but 9 rushes for 14 yards for Chase Myers, and Shane Myers just 1 opportunity, and he picked up 1 yard on that carry. So now 3rd and 14. Ennis here looking to the near side, maybe to Nick Harlan. Drops back, still looking to that side of the field, and now he'll be sacked by Ben Primich. Ben Primich there, Dale there, and the 4th sack of the night for the Pennsbury defense. They get to chase Ennis again. And a huge loss of 20 yards brings up 4th and 34. And for Council Rock South now, they get down to the 30-second mark. And we'll get set to have Ben go down onto the field, talk with our DiLorenzo's player of the game.
So who we thinking, boys? I'm okay with that pick.
Jordan Zerniak getting the nod. Zerniak 13 rushes for 100 yards and a 40-yard touchdown run. Also for Pennsbury, Nate Begley with 14 rushes, 86 yards. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, one from 8 yards out and one from 6 yards away. Jaden Bright with a big night, 15 rushes for 133 yards. And meanwhile for Chase Ennis and the Council Rock South Golden Hawks, 166 passing yards and 2 touchdown passes for Ennis, but also threw a couple of interceptions, one of which was returned for a touchdown. And now 18.8 seconds remaining. And on 4th and 30, Council Rock South saying, why not give it a try? And they'll throw it to Harlan, complete out on the flat. Gets past Noah Rice, but Karamis tackles him, shakes the ball loose. And the fumble on the field is recovered by the Golden Hawks. Caleb Christian was on it, but it will be Falcon football as the ball is turned over on downs. Again, McCaffrey's game of the night, thanks to Sterling Limo and Transportation Service. Thanks to the crew, including Darnell Turner.
He'll give it off to Caden Weaver. Weaver up to the far side of the field. Gets about 3 yards on the carry. So Neshaminy, for the second time in 3 weeks, will give the second stringers a chance at varsity reps as they were on the field for their opening 44-0 victory against Kensington, as the pass from Eckert fires to the far side of the field, incomplete.
Council Rock South now to 2 wins and 1 loss. Serving up the Council Rock South Golden Hawks with their first loss of the season. All right, stay with us. DiLorenzo's player of the game coming up in a little bit. We'll also thank our sponsors and recap the action here tonight. 28-19, Falcons with a victory over Council.
Punt was almost blocked, but got off, and it will take a Neshaminy bounce past the 50 and roll just past the 45, and that's where they'll mark it. And that's where the Whippets will take over here. Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, and there's been a lot of action today, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian.
From their own 46-yard line.
So ball will be marked on the 46-yard line. As the Whippets will bring in their second unit here to take over. It'll be Cole Bricker, the sophomore quarterback, will come in and take over for Quinn Hennicle. Another impressive performance for this Downingtown West offense, and Quinn Hennicle at the helm, as they are a few minutes away from going to 3-0.
You said they were 9-2 last year, correct?
Yes, correct.
So this is a pretty impressive team that Neshaminy was able to keep up with pretty much in the first half. So that's a lot of positive things to take away from here.
A lot of positive things, absolutely, Mackay. The way Neshaminy came out, energy, Colin Baker on the opening drive, taking it 69 yards to the house. But they couldn't keep up with the offense to go toe-to-toe with them for the full game. As things looked really good in the first half, but Downingtown West proved to be just too much.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2 now for the Whippets here. As taking the carry was Antonio Gonzalez.
Antonio Gonzalez.
Gonzalez gets enough for a Whippets first down.
James McAllister on the stop. And Moyers on the run.
As Moyers takes the carry for the Whippets, it'll be 2nd and 11 from the 39.
2nd and 11.
Downingtown West ending their 2022 season with a loss against Downingtown East, another top program in the state. They lost that game back on November 11th of 2022, 34-9. Downingtown East, a powerhouse themselves at 9-4 in 2022. And Downingtown East also having a good start to their 2023. They're off to a 3-0 start.
Downingtown might be a football academy. They got these good records.
3rd and 9.
Starting to look that way, Mackay, absolutely. Something's brewing up there in Chester County. As Gonzalez on the carry, he'll cut upfield inside the 30, bounce out to the 25, and tackled and wrestled down at the 25-yard line.
Wouldn't surprise me at all if they got a couple of D1 scholarships headed their way.
As we have another injury on the field, another Neshaminy skin out. Can't tell who it is for the time being, but next week, Downingtown West is back on the road against Avon Grove. Avon Grove, a 2-0 program, also in the Chester-Montgomery Conference.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Eldion Padulary in Feasterville, Trevose today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Game in a row.
Hi, I'm Tommy
So they will
Green,
start conference play next week.
When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
When disaster strikes, we restore order and your peace of mind. Roberts & Gamble, your #1 source for storm damage cleanup and property restoration. Licensed and fully insured, serving central New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania since 2010.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Big game next week for Neshaminy, back right here at the Ridge. Again, Thursday night, the 14th of September, 7 p.m. start time. We'll be on the air at 6:45. As Neshaminy and the North Penn Knights go head-to-head. As it'll be Neshaminy's fourth home game this month. And then they will go on the road the following week to Abington. Tackle goes Gonzalez inside the 6-yard line now.
Antonio Gonzalez on the carry up the middle. Logan Labate and Shakir Whiting on the tackle.
As Bricker will just take the knee there, and they'll watch the clock go with under a minute to go. Homecoming also coming up at the end of September. Looking ahead, so a lot of events coming up here at the Ridge for Neshaminy. It'll be
Neshaminy fans put in their last chance as this game is coming to an end.
Being Neshaminy and Penn Ridge on the 29th of September for homecoming. And then CB West for the Pink Out the following week. That will be the final kneel down with 30 seconds to go as both teams will head to midfield. And that will wrap things up as time will tick away. Things will go final here as Downingtown West will come into Neshaminy and be victorious tonight, 42.
Most of our games have gone final here on SFBN Zone. We do have 2 games that are in weather delays. Make sure to check out their streams because we can't stay with you any longer this evening. But let's take a look at our final scores out there this evening. Garnet Valley with a big 35-14 win over Penncrest. Wyomissing and Trinity are currently in a weather delay. Make sure to check out that stream on the Sports Fan Base Network. William Penn and Penwood are also in the weather delay. Their stream has gone down. We don't know fully what's going on with that game, but make sure to check that one out. LaSalle and Bishop McDevitt, that final score was 47-21 in favor of Bishop McDevitt. And LaSalle Bishop McDevitt did start their game 15 minutes early in an effort to avoid the rain, so smart play by the folks on the ground over there. Pennsbury and Council Rock South, our final was 28-19, and then Downingtown West 42 over Neshaminy at 17, the game that just finished up. Thank you for tuning in with us here on the SFBN Zone. My name is Ryan Chabinski with you once again. We can't wait to have you back with us next Friday night at 7 p.m. for another great night of Eastern PA high school football. Have a great evening, everybody, and a great weekend.